With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight our sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if battery fun, as child can't see if ours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a bike, pretending they're for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hold on a second. Hold on a second there. Then as we start the show, so I was going to say, hey guys, King Jat here, but before I do all that, thank you very much to Yummy Jackie for the super chat. $5 super chat. It says, day off, doing some creative colouring to relax and just figured I'd come here and hang. Job is doing... sorry, hang. Job is doing fantastic. I read hang, job is fucking one word, that's bad. So, what come here and hang? Job is doing fantastic and they even got a raise less than 90 days. That's right, yeah, Jackie was bragging about a new job a while ago and they fucking doing such a good job they got a damn raise. So congratulations, Yummy Jackie. I'm glad you're having a fun, robust day. So yeah, I am King Jar, of course. This is DSP Bingo and this is Friday the 26th of January 2024 and I am joined by Meester. And of course we're all happy because A, it's Friday, B, it's the weekend, and C, Yummy Jackie got a raise. So there we go. Big up to Yummy Jackie, well done and doing well and the raise and all that jazz. That's a great start to some good positive robust news to start the weekend on a high. So there we go. I do hope you're all enjoying yourselves, hope you're all enjoying your Friday, and I hope you're looking forward to what will hopefully be a good, robust weekend. And yeah, how are you doing, Meester? How are you doing yourself?
I'm doing quite well. I've almost got the Argentina video done.
Very nice, very nice.
I put off the longer project to when I have better equipment.
It's one of those things, yeah, I get it completely. I mean, a lot of times I don't have a problem with coming up with ideas, but I have a problem a lot of times of implementing said ideas. Like, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm quite a creative soul, but then it's like I'm not, you know, I don't have the time to make this idea work, or I don't have the ability to make this thing work. Yeah, but yeah, it's
I'm
also
quite confident that I have the ability. It's just that I'd rather.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about more personal experience. But yeah, also that's the thing as well. If you've got something you really want to make as well, it's that kind of thing as well. You want to try and make it as best as possible. You know what I mean? As best as you can do it, since you know that's your current project and that's the one you're putting your effort into, and all you want it to fucking hit well, hit hard. But yeah, I get that completely.
The Argentina video will do alright, I imagine.
Yeah. But cheers, man. Phil and his fucking Argentina fucking banhammer. Imagine banning an invasion. Country. Oh, Phil was confirmed what the news story is today. Hold on, what's his news story confirmation? Blah 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 blah. Hope Phil talks about Blizzard / Activision layoffs. And Phil says, yeah, that's the main news story today. So we're going to get that also. We're going to get that so much today. Remember, he couldn't tell us the news the other day.
About that.
He could not tell us his news segments from the other day because he went and talked too much. He's going to save it today. So I'm expecting like a fucking half hour or 40 odd minutes news segment at the very least. Radman's telling me don't forget to shill Meester's channel. I assume your Argentina video is going up in a channel you told me to include in the YouTube title?
It'll go up, yes. It'll go up soon enough.
But there we go, the Bidenos YouTube handle thing. If you click on that, that's Meester's channel there, so there we go. And don't forget to click on the channel and all that jazz. And keep an eye on Meester's Argentina video, which will be coming. Any expectations to when you'll roughly finish it within a few days, maybe a week or something, or?
I would minimum Tuesday, maximum next Friday.
Oh,
I've
Meester
got
just
things
to
to do,
volume,
you know.
so yeah. So apparently you're really loud compared to me, so I'm going to lower your volume a little bit, my bad. So I've lowered you a little bit there. Try speaking now, Meester, please.
I'm speaking.
And hopefully
Is
audio
it better?
levels. Yeah, I'm going to wait for chat to cancel. It's a Pam so is telling me Meester very loud in comparison to Jad. I have lowered it by a few percentage points, so hopefully that balance is okay now, and everything's kind of honky dory at your guys' end or whatever, you know. So there we go. People are saying that's better, so there we go. That's my bad, guys. I was trying. You can ask Meester. I was trying to fix the audio levels before we started going, but that was just basically I could only hear my end. I couldn't compare myself to Meester's because I couldn't hear myself compared to him. If that makes sense. Fuck it, you get what I mean. Guys, thank you for letting me know ahead of time, whatever. So hopefully that's all good. All good now. So yeah, Phil is as you can tell very happy. You know what I mean? He's got a brand new game. It's a double new release day. He's going to play Tekken 8, but first of all, he's going to play like a dragon.
If he how much money did he drop on Like a Dragon? Has he said? Did he buy all the DLC stuff along with the main game?
Like,
Or did he just buy the main game?
I don't know. He may just bought the main game, but then again, he's going to be very invested in this game. Talking of finances, I did actually have a tweet ready to go here about Phil's finances and his performance financially for the week. So, big ups to JGAno24 on the Twitter, who is now tracking the kind of metrics lately for Phil's tips, super chats, and all that jazz. Phil, in that week there, from the 19th through to 24th, got over $1,000 in tips. $1,041, and 13% increase week over week. Super chats are down from all channels. He got $221 in super chats, which works out at roughly $155 after the fees, which is a 10% decrease week over week. So there you go. Month over month for the same date range, DSP is 4.9% ahead on tips and running about even on super chats. So yeah, big ups to JG. He tracks these things meticulously. And he's like, look at that shit. I wonder why Sea of Stars got banished to a Shadow Realm. Look at the performance that Sea of Stars has financially compared to all these other games. Baldur's Gate on average, $115. Yeah, he loves that game as well. You know what I mean? Apparently Phil also loves Sea of Stars, but he loves money more. So there we go. And that's Barrett Wells, to be fair, that pointed out. It was a great little spot from Barrett Wells. So yeah, big ups to them for that observation for sure. You know, I mean, we all knew he was going to wage quit or whatever, but that's concrete, solid information. You know, for goodness sake, yeah. But but yeah, so he makes these wee tables, not jazz, and it kind of just runs through the metrics as well. This is earnings for the same time period in December. That's what I made in tips compared to super chats for that, you know, 24-day period. And yeah, it's I'm actually surprised he's made more in tips in January compared to December. You would think December would be, oh, 'tis a season, it's Christmas, celebrate guys, happiness and all that. But January has actually saw him get more in tips. I really am surprised at that. But just a wee observation, I mean. Did you see Phil's meltdown, by the way, on Baldur's Gate?
No.
I was going to play it for the audience as well yourself if you're interested in seeing it. DSP Transit Memology video, it's almost 7 minutes long. DSP has another aneurysm on Baldur's Gate 3 as the game is poorly done and bans a viewer. So yes, it's typical Goldust.
I guess he didn't learn from...
Yeah. He
didn't learn from insulting Zelda.
As if Phil ever fucking learns.
Getting made fun of for it.
Exactly, as if Phil ever fucking learns. So yeah.
I mean, Scrub Quotes was always on his case anyway, so I don't think he really cares at this point.
He definitely cares, yeah. For goodness sake. Oh, big ups to Darkside of Flow before becoming a Bingo baddie. Cheers for Darkside of Flow for joining the Bingo baddies. Much appreciated. And on that wee happy positive note, here is the 7-minute long clip of DSP blaming the game as always. Game of the year, by the way, but Phil still finds reason to say the game's shit. Look at him wearing his dumbass hat.
Time to strike.
In my face game.
I can't move. I'm stuck.
I couldn't do anything!
I was stuck in place. I tried to jump and butt splash and nothing happened at all. This is stupid. Wow, this is fucking dumb. Oh my god. It's so dumb. I literally can't do anything. I'm stuck. Okay. She can't attack for some reason. She has, even though it says she has a turn, the game won't give me a turn. Look. I can't do anything. I can't do anything right now. It's all glitched. So you tell me what I'm doing wrong. For some reason, it's his turn? What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. Here, end the fucking turn. He's not gonna be able to help.
This goes so badly for him. This just does not go well for him whatsoever.
What's happening? What is happening? Huh? I don't even know what happened there. What the fuck is happening, you fucking piece of shit game? Look. 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 Look at the fucking game. The game's completely fucked up.
Good grief.
Wow, that was great, wasn't it? You tell me what the fuck just happened. This game is fucked up. I keep telling you guys, people kissing this game's butt. This game is fucked up, man. Well,
Yeah,
he's dead, and I
moment.
couldn't save him because the game wouldn't let me attack because it had to teleport the camera back and forth 17 fucking times. Fuck this. Not my fault. Fuck this game. Member bomb. My biggest fans are idiots.
Oh, thank you very much to our sisters for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. So, congratulations to a guy with long hair, Tory Taint, Mike Hunt, back again, fucking hell, Mike Hunt, Crown Bear, and Yamijaki. They've all been gifted memberships. So, congratulations to all of them for receiving memberships. And yeah, I do hope you all enjoy those memberships. So, thank you very much to our sisters for gifting memberships, and well done to you guys for receiving said memberships. I'm still laughing. As my immature brain is still laughing at the name Mike Hunt. But yeah, there we go. That's just me. But yeah, Phil in full salty, meltdown mode. Is he live yet? No, he's not properly live yet. About the game, and yeah, people try to explain to him what he did wrong, and he doesn't take it.
He
very
banned
well.
them.
Yeah,
Post meltdown clarity will be interesting.
Yeah, he is going to absolutely lose his damn mind here.
He'll double down. He always does. He
Isn't
did
it
with
natural?
Zelda. He does with any other game that's popular that he insults because he thinks that makes him cool and different somehow. Better.
It's just the way it always is. It's always the game's fault. I do love these little inserts as well from Emoji. Of Phil going absolutely crazy in different games just to fucking highlight his sheer incompetence with the game and everything else.
Fuck this stupid fucking game. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Poorly done. Poorly executed. Poorly designed combat. It's stupid. This is what happens when you have everything so turn-based. You fucked it up. You fucked it up. Now
Fucking bitch.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Thank you very much to Muskov Elon for the super chat, who says, Bingo concept is great, I appreciate the streams. I know worries, I'm glad you enjoy the streams. And yeah, that's what I'm saying, for a long time, it's like, Phil's, podcasts are, and streams in general are fucking dire and terrible. Dark Days Mirror tries her best to make it more bearable, got the soundboard and music or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's a bit chaotic at times in there, so yeah. And obviously, we turned to a game, and because of the generosity of people like yourself, who did give back, or whatever, give to the streams and all that jazz. If we get a full house, somebody can actually win something back, you know what I mean? So I certainly do appreciate it. Muscovy
Still and positive.
Yeah. There's nothing but positivity in here. Bingo's a very wholesome game after all.
I'm supposed to fail the quest because the game fucked up? Because you gave this guy awful AI, so he runs off like 41. A fucking jackass to get killed by this random guard.
42.
Then I try to fucking save him and the game won't let me play? What a fucking piece of shit.
What a piece of shit game this is, dude. What a piece of fucking shit. Oh.
Game of the year, right? No, you want to know what's game of the year? The game of the year part is the story. The combat is not good in this game. It's just not.
Stop him for a
They
moment.
tried to overthink everything and they fucked
He's
up
about
the
to say
combat of their
something.
game horribly.
He's about to say something.
So I worked my ass off to get all this done for the last hour, and the only way to save it is to reload and do everything over.
He's about to agree
Even
with
though I
somebody,
did
chat.
absolutely nothing wrong.
He's about to
I
agree
did
with
nothing
somebody,
wrong. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I did everything right, right?
chat. Wait for it.
I did nothing wrong whatsoever. Zero. Exactly. They tried to replicate D&D tabletop. It's not a tabletop game. It's a fucking video game.
It is.
So make it play like a video game and make it be fun. And don't fight me
Oh
when I
my
want to play the
God.
game. Don't fight me when I'm trying to control my characters. I did my jump. Now I'm going to
Dude.
attack. Oh, you can't attack. Why? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he said that.
I recall, if you'll stop him for a moment,
Yeah. On you go.
playing a game, a multiplayer game, with someone I know who was like 8 or 7 years old. They acted exactly like Phil. And this guy is 41. 41!
Some people just cannot handle losing. You expect it from children, but
Ugh.
not from fully ass grown men. Who do it
Again,
should
I
fucking know
don't
better.
know. I don't know very much about D&D or Baldur's Gate 3, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I'm sure somebody will be able to clarify
I
it at
asked
some point.
Chulant before about this at a time, and he explained it to me. I'll see if I can find his explanation actually. Because I did actually,
Right here.
I showed the video as well, and let me see, because I asked it in Discord, I believe. Let me just scroll up and see. So yeah, I asked Chulant, did Phil do something wrong here, or did the game bug out on him? And Chulant replied yes and no. During the later half of the video, which we have not seen yet, I think, you can clearly see that Laziel has an attack. You can see the green dot that shows she still has an action. The game, whenever you have two people in different locations as well, as an out of combat, does have that complication where it tries to bounce back and forth. However, he broke them out the back wall. This is like a jailbreak thing he's trying to do right here. He broke them out through the back wall. The guards run up to alert everyone else. This should be expected during a prison break. So Kulip said they'd done a scenario in a couple of ways, including killing all the guards when they got there, as it prevents them from alerting the rest. Also, you can engage in the fight as he does, but you have to overwhelm the guards. Push out of position, focus on one guard at a time. It's not meant to be an easy encounter. That was how Kulip explained it to me, which makes sense. And yeah, Phil. Yeah, in fact, yeah, you can see right now, it's still Phil's turn here. it's telling him like he's, you know, he can do an attack. He's got actions he can do here as Laziel. He's actually that character Laziel. And but Phil is just too busy, like, you know, reading the stream chat and complaining about the game to understand that. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. No, Phil's going live. As soon as I looked away from Phil, I'm going to have to put Phil on pause. We'll build up some nice speed up juice, but yeah, there we go. So let's watch the rest of the clip. It's only like a couple minutes to go in the clip, but let's watch Phil try and justify and pig-splain why the game's so bad and why the viewers are dumb for disagreeing. Oh yeah, and Phil's wearing the hat, by the way, because he had over $100. This is, you know, when he gets over $100, he wears the hat, and this is a hat the audience picked apparently. The fucking
It's dumb shit.
sun hat.
And the more
playing
that I
hand
play,
hates you.
the more I see the cracks forming on this game. You know what it is? People probably played it for
Very
20
meaningful
hours
opinion.
and they were like, "Oh, it's great," right? But the further in you get, you start to see the big cracks, right? Like this combat system is just not good, man. It's not. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's broken. It has tons of issues. And the game assumes you just want to play 40-minute fights and then it fucks up, so you'll play it again. Well, let me redo that fight and do it
playing it
better this
easy.
time. No. And now look. Now we've got a room full of enemies for no fucking reason. So fuck this shit. Fuck this dumb shit. Oh my fucking god, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to do this anymore. This mission sucks dick. This is trash.
Wait for the anger.
All because the AI is terrible. The AI fucking fucks up and goes to aggro the whole base instead of going to the boat. That's the escape route that I've prepared for them.
It's
This
coming.
is dumb.
The anger's coming.
Well, that was incredibly dumb. So instead of doing that, right, should we break the chains on the boat first? Cream Sardine, what is the difference between accepting the consequences of my actions or the game sucking ass? I want you to think about this, right?
The game sucks, alright? It does. Just face it,
Wow.
this game sucks. It really does.
Barry says, has this guy ever admitted anything was ever his fault? Yeah, Barry, I'm going to admit this. You're banned, and it's my fault. You're right. You will take the ban. You're absolutely right. You will take the ban.
Jesus Christ, yeah. As a fair point that, you know, viewers are making, Phil defends himself by banning the guy. He was... You'd think he would have been on a money high. For the tips he had. Oh, goodness me. Thank you very much to Yanjaki for the super chat. It says, so said it once, I'll say it again. Tell me you don't know how to play TTRPG without telling me you don't know how to play TTRPG. He be that player. To be fair, Phil has kind of admitted several times he's not fully clued up as to how to play the kind of thing properly. But he kind of, it goes on and says, I don't know the game, I don't know the lore, I don't know the intricacies of the game. That I'll be honest. This is what stops me from getting the game and trying the game, because I do fear that I will be so out my depth if I try. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I just think it would take me a long time to appreciate it. If that makes sense. Like you might need a, if you're new to the kind of thing, not the franchise, but to the experience. You know that kind of style of game. If you're new to that game, it might take a fair bit of time investment. The game's plenty long as it is already, without trying to maybe appreciate the finer points of the game and how it plays and how to, you know, the ways you can compete in battles and try and win certain different things and all that jazz. So yeah, it's a massive game as it is in general for people who even know what they're doing. But yeah, maybe Phil's just bad. Maybe Phil's the wrong person for me to be watching play the game to get a good idea of how it could play for me. Because he's never usually fucking good at playing games anyway. But I don't know. I think you're probably in the same boat as me though, Meester, in terms of not having that much experience with these kind of games.
Oh yeah, I am, absolutely.
Yeah.
I absolutely know nothing about any of this.
Yeah, and Caleb is saying there's a fucking examine button so you can see what they are weak and strong to, so you don't have to experiment as much. That's a great fucking point. I remember Phil using that on some boss with fire, and he was trying to get it going in lava and all that jazz, so he could attack you. And he was not doing very well. So yeah. But yeah, this video...
What really bothers me about any of these heat of the moment criticisms, and in quotes, criticisms, that he spews out against any game that angers him, is how he thinks his opinion is... How do I put this? It's the way he thinks his opinion holds so much weight.
Yeah.
Like, well, actually, face it. The game is just bad. Nobody cares what you're bad at the game, Phil. Nobody cares what you think about it.
I remember though, he's changed from
really
15 years ago and all that shit. Jesus Christ, shit. He certainly is up his own arse when it comes to expressing his opinions on games.
Yeah,
he's a lifelong gamer though. I mean, I think most of us are fucking lifelong gamers. I've been playing fucking video games most of my fucking life as well. Do I fucking think my opinion on games is worth shit? No. I mean, I like games that I like. So, I might be terrible at this fucking game. Does that mean it's a bad game? No. I'm sure it's a fucking great game. I've heard great things about it. I've seen great things said about the story and everything else. But Phil bases games and the quality of games based on how he does playing them. Simple. I mean, it's like he gets too... He attaches his own personal performance in games to the quality of said game. He can't seem to differentiate between the quality of a game and his performance in said game.
There's also the problem of him just hiding from anybody as well, I feel, because he wouldn't have these ridiculous habits like, oh well, the game's bad because I didn't do well, if he talked to more people and more people called out his BS for everyone to see, and he, you know, got to reflect on himself a little bit.
This is why he fucking plays games on silent, you know. So he doesn't want, he cannot handle that immediate backlash. Why do you think he fucking plays fighting games without, you know, having the chance of the other person hearing him? He's in his little safe space on his stream to fucking run his mouth and have no day fucking contract or challenge the views he fucking says.
Oh yeah, well you fanboys, you can't handle criticism of your games. Meanwhile, Phil in his bubble can't handle criticism of himself. at all.
And Barrett Wells sums
Irony.
up a infamous DSP quote from Street Fighter 6. But he said during the game, when I'm winning, the netcode is good, but when I'm not, the game is trash. Bill actually
Best
said
player
that.
in the world.
Anyway, I'm going to...
It's not his own skill that's
yeah.
holding him back, it's everything else.
So that was pretty much the end of the video anyway. We just fucking went all toxic and ban people, whatever. Let's get the bingo game all set up and ready to go because I think we built a nice little bit of speed up juice. And yeah, Meester, I need a number.
2008 again.
Oh, for God's sake. That's the only number you know.
It's the only number I know.
Here we go. So
It worked last time.
let me randomise the bingo background a couple of times, and there we go. Today's bingo card is as follows. We need Phil to say wow, him being all defense mode, him saying example, Twitter or X, and him doing some scat talk. So the second row is Phil being all toxic, him saying honest, fuck, addition, and his chair creaking. Big ups to Chef D for becoming a bingo baddie, by the way. Thank you very much. The third row is Phil saying allow me to explain, him mocking his chat, him saying basically, that's a sentence square today. Phil said the word basically 15 times on Wednesday. I feel quite confident he's going to say it again today. Him saying you know what I mean, and absolutely. The fourth row is Phil's voice cracking, him having dead air, him burping down the fucking microphone, him saying it is what it is, and him saying meaningful, and the fifth and final row is Phil saying you guys, variety voted, him chewing some water, and finally Phil saying friend. There's a fucking rare word in Phil's language right there, friend.
Yes.
I mean, he used to have one friend, but then he fucking ruined that relationship by trying to monetize him all the goddamn time.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Goodness me. Anyway, that's the bingo card all set up. It looks like quite a strong card. Meester, you must be feeling...
bingo beg.
You must be feeling confident.
I am.
Yeah, well, as you know, you are. You did pick the right one last time, correct? So, yeah, so you high expectations of completing and delivering another full house on the old bingo card and all that jazz. So, of course, before we even begin the bingo and all that jazz, the aim of the game is to try and get a full house of 25 out of 25 squares ticked on the bingo card you see before you on the screen. If we manage to do that, one of you guys can potentially win a prize, but only if you have left a comment on the community post which is linked in the description of this live stream. So there we go. There's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces for this bingo card. For example, if Phil snorts 25 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that gives us all a free space. If Phil blows bubbles for his audience or gets 100 likes from his audience and Nick acknowledges that before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that too will give us all a free space. He doesn't really blow bubbles anymore, he kind of went off that. And he also never gets 100 likes anyway usually, but he might do it today because it's a brand new game. If he does and he acknowledges it, I will count as a free space. And finally, the final way for us to get free spaces is one which you guys are in direct control of. If this stream gets 100 likes before we finish playing bingo, not only does that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation, that Pixar animation so very kindly made for us all to enjoy to celebrate 100 likes. So I've covered all the bases, you guys are in control of the free space for that. Everything else is all down to Phil and his own dumbass audience and his own antics and snorts and burps and all that jazz. So there we go.
Bingo beg.
Yeah, I think I've covered all the bases. Anything you might add before we start the bingo?
Nothing other than that. I will always call covering the basics the bingo beg.
I mean, it's not really a beg. I'm telling people how they can win.
Like the stream.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but them liking the stream earns them a chance to get a full house. You know.
Yes.
The bingo beg. Please like the stream, guys. I need somebody to win bingo. Please like the stream. Okay, let's crack on with the show. Good luck, everyone. Here we fucking go.
I'm bingo.
Let me mute him. So, it's a short intro. It's my bad. It's a short intro. I forgot it's a short intro. My bad. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. It's the brand new week, the final week of January, but a super exciting one because finally
Friday.
We have the biggest first batch of major new releases of 2024, all starting today with a double new release day. But that's not all because I've got the Phil's Day Off segment, plus game news. That ain't so good. Pretty heavy stuff when it comes to Activision Blizzard and this insane round of layoffs, plus Pal World continues its world domination of the gaming scene. All this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
How is he going to have the time to fit all that amazing, robust content in? It seems
He
impossible.
got up early so that the snorts won't disrupt him today.
It's actually possible. Actually, it's fucking
Laughing at
possible.
my own horrible joke.
Oh Christ, man! I maintain my belief that Phil does actually snort less the earlier he wakes up. Oops, I fast-forwarded too much. Stream's been a little bit funny today when I'm trying to go back and forward. It's a little bit of a... So hopefully this won't cause issues in the long run, but the stream's been a bit funny. YouTube's been a bit funny for me.
By the way, shout out to that legend a couple of days or months ago, I can't remember now, who said, "Who are you talking to Phil in his intro. Good stuff.
Fuck me, man. There we go. I think we're sorted now. Here we fucking go.
Baby intro.
Alrighty, everyone. So, indeed, we are starting a brand new week this morning. Today is Friday, the 26th of January, 2024, and as I've already stated, it is the first major new release day of the year, although there have been some new releases here and there that have been very interesting. These are the two big AAA games that everyone has been waiting for to kick off this year, right? Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, an incredibly lengthy, fan service style JRPG on the one side, and then you got Tekken 8, an action-oriented, hard-knuckle brawling game on the other side. Totally different kinds of games, two different genres, but games that have both been very well received and reviewed in the gaming community. So I'm very excited to jump into both of them for you today. It's actually going to be Like a Dragon here on this first stream following this podcast. 3+ hours, jumping into the intro narrative and getting into the main gameplay of the game. Keep in mind that once I get further into this game, I think it's called Dodokan Island or something like that. Dodokan, I'm not sure. This is the virtual island minigame, a resort community that you build in the world of Like a Dragon Infinite. And once I've gotten that set up and I understand how it works, I'm then going to be doing that with my wife. That's actually going to be our first piece of gameplay that we do together here, really ever, on the channel, which is pretty wild to think. I mean, we've been married almost 5 years, and now we're finally going to be doing some gameplay together here on the channel. So I'm excited for that. Of course, later tonight on the late stream, Friday Night Fights, the very first ever online session of Tekken 8. I'm very excited for that. I'm sure I'll be starting with Paul Phoenix and then probably trying King, but the question really is, how do I do moves? I'll explain in a minute because I prepared for tonight, but I don't necessarily know exactly what to do, and I'll explain in a second. Anyway, wow, what a...
We haven't... Well, that's the first one, actually. Wow. Wow is the first one we can tick off.
Burger.
And I have no idea what the background is, because the top left is black. But yeah, that's... yeah.
I have something. Why doesn't he just play Animal Crossing with his wife? Like, genuinely, why not?
He did play Animal Crossing a long time ago, but wasn't that with...
Yeah.
Wasn't that with you-know-who? He who must not be named.
Yeah, but he could play anything with his wife. It doesn't have to be the hot new release. It really doesn't.
I don't know, it's weird. Like, just because you're fucking, you know, together doesn't mean you fucking play the same fucking games, like, together as well. Fuck it, but yeah, Phil. Apparently these things have more meaning because fat-ass cat's gonna get involved. I don't get it.
Very interesting few days it's been, right? Seriously, like, there's so much going on right now in the realm of my YouTube channels and the like. Gaming news in general. The gaming landscape is changing. There's some crazy stuff happening, and we got a lot to talk about on today's show. So I guess what we should do is we should start at the beginning, as we always tend to do. Let's talk about Wednesday's streams quickly. And then I'll tell you about my day off, because I'm sure you're interested to hear what I did yesterday. It was a very interesting day, because Tekken 8 actually released yesterday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and my wife played it a lot, and it was super fun. We had a ton of fun together yesterday with Tekken 8, so I want to tell you all about that. So I'm excited. Let's do it. So on Wednesday, there were two big streams. First of all, on the Level 1 podcast, I announced a solution to the issues that we are having with these falsified, not really falsified, but I guess you could say illegitimate gifted memberships that have been hitting all over all of my YouTube channels. The major problem was on my React channel, I have a show that's reliant on memberships. Those memberships allow people to nominate clips for me to watch for this weekly clip show that I call DSP versus the Internet. Well, all of a sudden, if we have 400 new members that didn't pay for them, that's not fair to the 100 members that do pay for that access. So I needed to figure something out quickly, and I did.
So gifted
by
memberships
making a new tier of membership on the channel called...
Well, as long as he gets paid for the gifted memberships, that's all he fucking cares about.
Burger.
Oh, I know his background. It's good background. But yeah, it's a strange... Phil's argument is so fucking weird here. Like, because if one person gifted Phil, like, memberships in the traditional method, like, for 400 fucking different members, do you think Phil was going to complain about that? Probably not.
Oh no.
Like, you know, it's, we're going to, who knows? We're going to have to randomize this so much.
It's
And
no
who knows?
fair for the people who paid for them.
But most people don't pay for them. Most people on Phil's channels do not
Most people
actually
don't
pay
pay
for the
for them.
memberships. They're gifted to them.
Because they're worthless. He had an excellent chance with this whole fake, and again, I don't mean it what Phil means by this, fake membership saga to actually build his community. But what did he do? He whined about how much money he was making. He could have shown everybody, oh look, you guys, my memberships are worth so much, and people might have actually paid after the fact, but no. Instead he's like, I lost revenue, and so people probably got kind of pissed off at that.
Yeah, he prioritised
It's so silly.
He prioritised
Really is.
short-term financial gain over potential good-looking
The
metrics. Yeah. Well, yeah, because he needs all good money. He really does.
Submissions tier, this allows people to do a prorated upgrade, meaning if they already have an existing membership, just for like a couple dollars more, they can now get that access back, and essentially all the gifted memberships, all they get is emotes, and that's it, which is fine. I don't mind having everyone have emotes on the channel, and it doesn't kill the show. So I announced that big change, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. In 2 days, 10 people upgraded.
Oh my, is that all?
10.
10 people.
10 baby numbers.
Remember, I said I would be...
His people upgraded. Hey, get a screenshot. Get a screenshot of that.
Must we?
That is a beautiful face right there.
Oh, goodness me. I
10
remember,
people
I said
upgraded.
I'd be surprised if 50 people fucking done it. 50. I would be shocked if 50 done it, and yeah. Phil gave people a whole day. Phil had a whole day off for people to fucking find out and go to his channel and all that. No. It's just...
Nobody cares. His viewers are just like us. They ignore him on his day off.
It's beautiful. Oh, and Phil's being honest. Why is Phil being honest? So he can try and guilt trip these fucking dumb, dents to fucking giving him more. I'll be a member then, Phil. Phil's making me feel bad about not giving him money. I better give him money.
Oh.
Yeah, the hands are all fucked up like crazy. Yeah, well, I was gonna just do it at, like without the hands. Like I was just thinking about doing the head only. Or I could even try and find a particular fucking frame where the hands aren't going crazy. Like if you give me a second here.
I do both.
Because the face is still the same
There we go.
there, you know what I mean? But it's I don't want to lose the expression though, you know what I'm saying? Like that might be the best we can get it.
That is the best, I would think.
So I'm gonna try one more time. By the way, I hope the music sounds okay for people, because people were saying that, you know, towards the end of the stream last time, the music started sounding so strange for people, like it was sounding like off. I don't know.
Music sounds fine for me, at least.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened last
Don't know
time,
about the
because
chat.
it sounded perfectly fine for me the whole entire time, but for other people, they were just having issues. And Phil's shirt background is blended in with his tabletop thing.
Oh, who cares? I can brush that off.
But I'll throw it in my members Discord, and members can do whatever they want with it. There we go. Oh, member exclusive right there. But yeah, so anyway, let's just crack on with bingo. Phil, I'll rewind it as well, just to really make sure we don't miss Phil begging his dumbass den heads to maybe fucking become a submission special member.
Big change, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. In 2 days, 10 people upgraded. I checked this morning, and as of this morning, 6 old...
Was that? Well, no, was that? I was going to say that a burp, but then you fucking done the same fucking thing. It's just, I think Phil burped there.
It was the I didn't buff, no.
I was like, you
I
did
just
something.
made a silly noise.
You made like
But
a
yeah,
bit
he
of,
probably
like,
he did something. I see.
So I announced that big
counted as a
change,
bot.
and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. In 2 days,
Yeah.
10 people upgraded.
Wait for it.
I checked this morning, and as of this morning,
It's not really a burp, is it? It's like trapped wind in
It's
his fucking
it's weird,
It's like a hiccup.
but
I
you
don't
could
think
still class it as a burp.
it's so Mike Hunt saying it's a swallow burp. It's a squelch burp. Fine, I'll count it as one. I'll count it as one.
It's the squirp.
You just try and shorten the fucking term squelch burp to squirp.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible. But yeah, we'll count it as one. How's that? We'll be fair. We'll count it as one.
Oh yeah.
6
Oh, hold on. Thank you very much, Yamajaki, for the super chat, who says, I feel so bad. Oops, gave it to not Phil. Just laughing, so there we go. Thank you, Yamajaki. Thank you, Yamajaki. You missed the wrong... You went and contradicted the wrong streamer again. Oh, well, that's a shame. Nothing for you, Phil. Thank you very much, Yamajaki.
Ultra members have posted up their clips. Now that's fine because typically we have between 5 to 10 Ultra.
Oh, is that a voice crack? That's a great point by Damon Addison. I keep fucking pausing. We're never going to get past this point. But Damon Addison says that a voice crack then when Phil was trying to talk and it's like fucking pick up burp, kind of suppress what he was trying to say. Is that a voice crack?
Well,
10 people upgraded.
It did crack something.
I checked this morning, and as of this.
It kind of is a voice crack. Yeah, okay, that's a good shout, Damien. Well done. We'll tick off that. You guys get a burp as well as a fucking voice crack.
Burger.
Congratulations.
Morning, 6 Ultra members have posted up their clips. Now that's fine because typically we have between 5 to 10 Ultra members at any time on that channel. And remember, Ultra members, they're guaranteed to have their clips watched on the show. If 6 already posted, that's great. Usually a lot of them post last minute. So I guarantee we're probably going to have between like 5 to 10 clips to watch there. But as for people who used to be standard members and have upgraded, like I said, only 10 people posted. And each person posted, 2 clips? So potentially right now, we got about 26 clips to go through on the React show. Honestly, that's way less than usual. On a typical React show.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't realize burp was on the card.
Burger.
There we go. But yeah, Phil is freaking out. Phil's starting to see the downside of his fucking genius plan to try and bypass the gifted membership fucking problem. It's like,
Nobody cares.
How could he not see this coming? How is he not aware of this being a potential problem?
God, come on. He's DSP. He's that dumb.
And I was like, my fans can't
He's
afford an
that
extra
dumb.
$2. But Phil, the majority of fans never gave you those
I don't
fucking
believe
money.
you.
And the majority of the membership money did not come from 100 people. It came from like fucking 20, 30 maybe at most. Who are gifting memberships.
$5 a month.
Exactly.
6 clips to go through on the React show. Honestly, that's way less than usual. On a typical React show, I would say we have between 40 to 50 clips. So we're about halfway there. Yes, it's a concern, because obviously I want the show to still be good. I don't know if some people just still haven't checked the channel and aren't aware yet, because I actually have been checking and a few people auto-renew. I'm like, well, that's great. The auto-renew is great, but if you're auto-renewing at the standard level, you can't nominate clips. Maybe some people just want to support the channel and don't really mind about the clips. It could be that. But I just want to make you all aware that you absolutely, if you want to have clips submitted for Sunday's show coming up, you need to upgrade to the submissions tier. This is not my choice. This is not something I wanted to do. I had zero intentions of changing how the DSP Reacts channel worked. This is all on YouTube having a stupid exploit available and on the scumbags out there who are using it to basically try to hurt the business. So please upgrade. It should only be a couple of bucks prorated. If you just renewed, it should be, not very expensive.
So someone made a great point.
He should be doing brain ads.
Yeah. Somebody made an excellent point on the Twitter. I haven't talked to you about this earlier on, but I want to see what the chat think about it as well. About the whole thing where he is charging his audience a certain amount of money. Like so basically you have to pay for this. Gifted memberships don't apply. You have to give Phil money out of your own pocket to submit a video for his DSP React thing. But he is not guaranteeing he will watch your video on DSP Reacts. He has admitted it's like luck of the draw. If we get to it, we get to it. If we don't, we don't. And people are pointing out on Twitter that sounds like a lottery, where you're not guaranteed to get what you paid for from your membership, your contribution. And lotteries are not allowed on as part of your partnership thing. For memberships, you're not allowed to offer that as an incentive to be a member. You can win like a prize, a lottery, or whatever. And that is kind of what this is. You know what I mean? If your clip gets picked, you get to be one of the lucky few. And this is something I went and looked at carefully myself, because obviously it's one of those things where I was considering things for like when I was first implementing members, I was thinking, is there something I can do to maybe make it beneficial for members? Maybe they have their own little section where they could win a bingo prize, but technically that would come under the lottery. That might be classed as a lottery. And it's a potential breach of terms of service. I know YouTube definitely do frown upon
how many
lotteries.
breaches of TOS has gone on?
Oh yeah, but dozens and dozens.
Like first he bans a whole country and then this.
Yeah. And also Barrett was pointing out, he also said he's only going to answer 5 or 6 questions for Q&A, meaning you might know you can get your question answered for the extra money you're fucking paying them. So, yeah. It's just something that so Phil is definitely flirting here with the terms of service violation, but then again, he fucking does it on a regular basis anyway, and nothing usually comes of it.
I can just imagine him frantically checking the metrics and the statistics of a second channel every 2 seconds on his day off.
Oh, no, but
like,
that's the thing,
is it doing well? Have people upgraded?
But now he needs more time than ever.
Ventilating.
But now he needs more time than ever because he has 3 different channels to check the metrics for.
Oh god.
Oh fuck me, man. Yeah. So how's he gonna find the time to fucking keep on keep tracking all three? He's gonna need fucking 3 phones. You know, the metrics on one phone, the metrics on the second channel on the second phone. He won't know what to do with his hands.
Apologize that we had to do it that way. I had to create a tier that was not giftable. That way the show could continue and not be ruined by these gifted memberships.
It's true more.
So,
people giving me
I announced that Wednesday morning. Hopefully, all of you have been listening and will pay attention, and hopefully some people will, oh crap, I needed to do that, so that you can submit more clips, right? Then the first stream was Baldur's Gate 3. And once again, Baldur's Gate 3 was a fun stream, but a mixed bag in some ways. We arrived at Moonrise Tower. So get to Moonrise Tower, there's a ton of new questing and stuff to do there. Everyone hit level 7. So it took a chunk of the stream to level everyone up to give them, better abilities and things like that. Level 4 spells, which look really crazy good. But primarily, the major chunk was the final hour of the stream, which was a jailbreak. You go to the jail or the dungeon, and you find all of those gnomes who had been captured. If you remember when we were back at the Underdark, the gnomes there had mentioned that their friends had been captured and brought to Moonrise Tower. So we're in the process of trying to breaking them out, and basically the AI of the game just goes haywire. Like, I free the gnome, and then the gnome engages in combat with the guards. Okay, fine, let me save the gnome. So I do, and there's a way out already opened. We've opened a back way to a boat so they can just sail away, and the gnome instead, the AI control gnome, runs into the castle and just starts fighting everyone and dies. It's like, I can't make it not do that. That's terrible programming. Why'd they make the gnome suicidal? It doesn't make any sense. To make matters even worse, I had to try to rush to split my party to have people try to defend the guy, and as I'm in the middle of turns trying to fight and attack and defend the guy, the game is forcefully making me go back to another room to play with other characters who I don't even care about and shouldn't be engaged in combat because they're several rooms over. Like, it doesn't even make sense. How are they engaged in combat? They're nowhere near any battle. There's definitely a problem with that game. And it really frustrates me that so many people are just, like, ultra defensive of it. Listen, the game's good, alright? But the game has problems.
Here we go.
It's not perfect. Doesn't matter how many people said, oh, it's game of the year. It's a not perfect game. We've exposed some of the flaws of this game and its gameplay engine in my 60-plus hour playthrough already, and I'm sure we're going to come across more the further in we get. No, the AI should not be suicidal and trying to commit suicide by running towards the guards when it's supposed to be a jailbreak and it's trying to escape, and the escape route's open. There's literally no justification for that. The game's programmed wrong, okay? It's all right. It's a flaw in the game. They might even repair it in the future, right? Why would you defend that? There's no reason to, okay? Stop. Because so many people are just ultra fanboys that they're just saying, oh, no, it's not fine. Because the second time that I redid the jailbreak, the gnomes went the right way and had no problem. I didn't do that, the game did. I don't control the NPC characters, okay? And then if you really want to talk about the combat engine jumping back and forth and the camera screwing up and everything, I mean, I'm not even going to get into it here. It's just a mess. That whole final video of Baldur's Gate 3 that I made makes the whole game look terrible. It's like, what the fuck did they do here? They fucked it all up. But the thing is, I played 60 hours, and that hasn't been all the time. Every once in a while you get that situation. So, is it forgivable? It is forgivable. For me, it's annoying because, this is a game where every fight takes forever. And so, the last thing you want to do is have to redo lengthy fights when you took your time to do it right the first time, and you won the fight, and then the game fucks up, and now you gotta do it over again, That's very, very, frustrating, okay? The deal is, though, I still like the game. And that's why I played 60 hours of it, first of all. I mean, I wouldn't be playing it for 60 hours if I didn't like it. No.
I think I've got a strong idea as to why I've been playing it for so goddamn long. It probably has something to do with this kind of little graphic right fucking here.
Yeah, I think this is the one. The part where he's saying, oh, people are such fanboys. It's the exact same rant as he had with Zelda again. It's unbelievable. Does he just literally does not care at all now. People are gonna make fun of him for this.
And rightfully so. Rightfully fucking so.
Oh, yes.
I'm excited to get back to it. And you might say, well, when are you going to play it again? Well, we're in 2 new releases today, and these releases are going to be priority all week. I'm going to try to play a night stream of Baldur's Gate 3 coming up later this week, maybe either Tuesday or Wednesday night. And then probably one of those nights I'm also going to do Pal World.
So, if Phil plays a night stream of Baldur's Gate 3 and it doesn't generate him like $100, he's probably not going to play it again for a night stream. It depends how close he gets. It depends how close he gets that magic fucking $100 mark. But people have been intentionally gifting him tips to try and enforce him over the line of $100 per Baldur's Gate 3 stream so he doesn't wage quit it. They're trying their best to keep him sweet for the fucking money.
I am of the very common opinion that he will give it the divinity treatment, and by the time it's summer and he's still on the game, he's just going to rage quit and say, this playthrough is on indefinite hiatus, you guys. Thanks for the money, dummies.
It depends if it fucking gets...
That's what he's gonna do.
It depends if it keeps getting support like that. Look, that's the thing. He might do it sooner.
Divinity
if
got
support dries
loads
up.
of support.
Well, yeah, but back then he wasn't as fucking hungry for the dollar as he is now, especially in these dire times he's in where he's living paycheck to paycheck and he's worried and he's concerned he's earning less money, he has bills
But that
to
was
pay and all that
closer.
jazz.
That was, I strongly disagree. That was, well, okay, yeah. Actually, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to say something kind of dumb.
This is the thing, though. Obviously, he's always been desperate for money, but over the years, especially in more recent years, and especially after the bankruptcy, he's got to be more careful and more penny pinching and everything else. You know what I mean? At times, and he's got to make these business decisions. Like he will potentially wage quit this game if support dries up. He probably would have done it sooner already had the streams not been getting $100 per stream. Why do you think his fans are desperate to fucking see him keep playing it to the point where they're going to fucking give him a big massive tip to make sure he has 3 digits before the end of that Baldur's Gate free stream? It has happened several times already every time he plays a game. But who knows though?
When has Phil ever admitted? When? Even once has Phil ever admitted that he was at fault and not the game?
He's done it a couple of times, very rarely. It has happened, but it's very few and far between. He will. It's just we don't say it's something we don't see a whole amount of. For the most part, he is always blaming everyone on but himself. But he does sometimes occasionally hold his hand up and say, "I goofed there, did something wrong there." So he is okay occasionally at admitting fault. But for the most part, he just cannot accept it. If they're 90% of the time he's playing games, or 95% of the time he's playing these fucking games, doesn't matter what game it is, he will blame everyone but himself. It's just the way he's built.
So yeah, we're gonna go from like 9-hour weeks of Baldur's Gate to like a 2-hour session this week, but that's okay. The week after, we'll probably start to adjust again. We got to see how everything really falls in line in the schedule, how many people like what games, and then figure the schedule out. The good news is, outside of that Foam Stars game, that's the new game on PS Plus in about a week, and that game is similar like Splatoon. Outside of that, there's really nothing going on major in gaming all month long in February until we hit Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at the end of the month. So we have all month to focus on Tekken, Like a Dragon, some Baldur's Gate 3, some Pal World, and you know, if we want to squeeze in anything else, like I said, like Foam Stars. Okay, so we're good. We don't have to worry about that. So I'm thinking we will likely have more time to play Baldur's Gate 3 coming up. Okay. So anyway, oh, excuse me very much. All right. So that was my major stream, and then the minor stream or late night stream that I did on Wednesday was Sea of Stars. And let me tell you, I had a blast. Sea of Stars is a super duper good game. I honestly wish that it had come out at a different time, because the time it came out, I was already in the middle of playing Chrono Trigger. So obviously I needed to finish Chrono Trigger, and by the time I finished, then all these new releases were coming out, so I didn't get to play Sea of Stars last year. Then I played it over the month of January, and we're a good like 16 plus hours into it, and it's a great game, but it's basically a 30 to 40 hour game, and we're out of time now. You know, we got to this new area, this new island. It's this undersea kingdom. You can breathe underwater. We're talking to like these like mer people or whatever. Really cool. And it's a great plot line. Everything's getting more interesting in the game. The combat's gotten better. We have better co-op attacks and stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's really picking up. I'm enjoying this game now. And now we're out of time. So Sea of Stars does have to go on hiatus now. There's no way that I can play along with everything else this month. I promise to all of you who've been enjoying the Sea of Stars playthrough, even though there's not that many, I know it's probably around 300 people total who are really watching that playthrough. I'm absolutely, positively going to get back to it. All right.
I love how you fucking had to get in the fucking guilt trip there. Like, so even though he's trying to fucking be positive, you know, I'm going to come back to this game, I really like this fucking game, he had to fucking squeeze in there the fact that not a lot of his audience are fucking watching the playthrough. He just had to fucking make his audience feel guilty once more for not fucking checking out this game that he really apparently likes. He likes the game so much he's dropping it because it's the game that's earning him least support. Well, if Phil was transparent about this kind of shit, and if Phil just told his audience, like, I've got to fucking make sure I'm playing games that are making the most money. I love Sea of Stars, but you guys aren't supporting it enough, so it's going to back burner. If Phil just said that, I'd actually have some more respect for him. Because he'd be being honest with his audience, and it's the right thing to do as a business. But Phil dropping the game from a financial business standpoint makes sense. Him trying to lie about it just makes him look scummy. But he's determined.
Well, I mean, he probably does like it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a nice, easy game that
does love
makes
these kind
him
of
feel
games.
nostalgic.
It does, yeah. He definitely loves these kind of games. You can actually tell he does enjoy his fucking kind of games. He hates the fact that his audience doesn't like it as much as he does. He hates the fact that he doesn't get the support that he thinks he deserves. And simply put, you know what I mean? He resents his audience because they forced his hand. He resents the audience because they have forced his hand into dropping this game other than any of the other games that he's playing. And yeah. Phil would probably
Just play it off screen, Phil. You don't need to turn every game into a playthrough. Do you not enjoy games outside of your little business?
I have a hot take. If Sea of Stars was getting
Go
the
on.
kind of support that Baldur's Gate 3 was getting, Baldur's Gate 3 would be the game getting dropped instead.
Phil doesn't like Baldur's Gate 3. It's
Exactly.
not that hard to understand. He genuinely hates it.
But
Same with Zelda, same with every
and
popular game that
yet-
he doesn't take place.
And yet, that game's not getting dropped, but Sea of Stars is. So, money talks.
I am going to be playing it regularly once things calm down in gaming this year. However, it might be the spring. Shit, it might be the summer. But I want to have it so that I can play Sea of Stars consistently and keep it in the schedule. So next time we play it, within say a month, we can beat it. Instead of it having like 2 hours a week. Like, what's the point of playing a game 2 hours a week and not being able to play it more than that? You're never going to make any progress and everyone's going to be disappointed, right? So rather than that, I want to hold off till we have a real good opportunity to focus on it. Fair enough? Okay. My day off yesterday. Nothing really notable to talk about in the realm of me running any errands or anything like that. It was a typical day. Being that we knew that Tekken 8 was coming out at 3 p.m., we purposely made it a stay-home day, meaning outside of me running errands, we weren't going out to do anything major. So I did. I ran around doing, grocery shopping and pet supplies and the like. And I came home as early as I could.
Did he
We
have
got
the
ready,
Phil's
and
Day Off
boom,
thing?
we jumped
The
into
little
Tekken
logo?
8.
No,
And
it doesn't.
Tekken 8 actually has more features
He forgot.
Idiot.
than the demo really let on. So it has story mode, which is the big narrative mode that Tekken always has. We're not sure how long it is, but we're assuming it's probably like 4 or 5 hours. It usually is in Tekken. It actually has this mode that's character specific. What it basically is a series of 5 narrative-based battles. And it's the story of the character in Tekken 8, which is unique. It means every character, in the 32 characters, they all have unique stories. Now, I'm sure they can't be very long. I'm actually wondering, gee, can you beat each one within like a half an hour or something? I would almost guarantee that's the case, right? If it's only 5 fights and probably a little bit of cutscenes and narrative between them, they're probably not very lengthy. But that's cool that each character has its own individual storyline to play through to see what they're doing in the game. Then, of course, there's the new arcade mode, and this mode is simulating the days of arcades where you create a virtual you, a virtual like avatar of you, and you meet up with a bunch of arcade goers, and then basically what you do is play against opponents in the arcade who are all using various different characters, and you can learn with one character. You could swap characters on the fly. You have different challenges, like the game teaches you tutorial stuff about the game during these arcade stages, which is really neat. It's a really good mode. All right, so basically, Kat and I spent several hours in arcade mode yesterday, and because the game is finally the full release, not the demo, she was able to try out several different characters in Tekken 8 to figure out which one was more her style. So first she started playing with Shaheen. The reason she picked Shaheen is because she says it reminded her of like Basim in the recent Assassin's Creed Mirage game. And she liked his style. She actually learned 1 or 2 pretty big combos, actually. He has an easy launcher that turns into like a 6-7 hit combo that does pretty darn good damage. And she was basically learning like the basics of the game. And after basically beating the intro arcade, which is called Gong, you go to a second arcade, I think it's called like Phoenix, and it's supposed to be
Yes.
Imagine if Ket actually devotes a bunch of time to learning Tekken 8 behind his back while he's streaming, and then she just meets him online and beats him senseless,
would
and
be
he
quite
just goes
ironic.
into full baby rage
It would be some strange
without
kind of-
realizing that it's her.
The thing is, we'd have no idea it was Cat, though. That's the thing. We'd have no idea. Unless Phil fucking gives that away or whatever,
It
you know
would
what I
still
mean?
be funny to think about.
It would be, yeah. I can tell you now, I'm kind of cringing at the thought of this fucking, session. So he's sitting there right behind Kat watching her play Tekken. You can imagine Phil trying his best to... She's not... So as far as I'm aware, Kat isn't like...
Backseat.
Yeah. Not even that, he's probably fucking, taking the controller for sometimes and fucking trying to, pig-splain his best by showing her the buttons he's mashing. This is how you do this combo here, this is how you... Yeah, I'm picturing that. I'm just picturing, like, the most, like, fucking...
Learn the game yourself, Ket.
Oh, god damn. But yeah, I
Because
mean...
Phil's not going to be able to teach you, that's for sure.
But it's definitely a strange and kind of funny mental image of Kat, like, crushing Phil in Street Fighter. Not Street Fighter, Tekken. But the thing is, though, I mean... I have a feeling that Phil would... Like, I mean, she plays games and nobody has any idea what her fucking, like, gamer tags are anymore. You know what I mean? She nuked everything and things got renamed and rebranded or whatever. So nobody has the slightest fucking clue what Kat's, like, gamer tag would be in these fucking things.
Unless somebody meets her online and she's got a mic.
Nah, she wouldn't have a mic, there's no way.
If that's a possibility in Tekken 8, I don't know.
I'll be like, you're not allowed, so in case somebody knows, or, Phil would be fucking freaking out, it's like, shit, they know too much.
like a Paul Phoenix arcade, but it's like a
about-
barcade.
it's about
So when we got to
hip
that
hop.
one, she's like, well, I want to change characters to try different stuff. So she went to Yoshimitsu, right? Now Yoshimitsu is one of the biggest oddball characters in all of Tekken. I would be even hard pressed to describe his fighting style because he's so weird. And it looks like in Tekken 8, at least, see, I don't know, because in Tekken 7 I didn't really heavily play that much. But it looks like he plays very differently than he used to in the old Tekkens. Like, he still has a lot of his old Tekken moves, but it looks like a lot of his techniques and things have changed. He has big sweeping sword arcs and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. So she used him
Yoshimitsu's black.
for most of the Paul Phoenix arcade. And then we went to the third arcade. I even forget what the name of it was. This one is like a bunch of candy and cakes. It's very weird looking, okay? I've never been to an arcade where everything looks like a giant pink confection. Very bizarre. So when she got there, she's like, well, I want to try another character. I was like, all right, well, you know, I'm curious who she'll pick. And she said, oh, what about this character, Victor? And I'm like, I know absolutely nothing about him because he's one of the new characters in Tekken 8. He's actually supposed to be from France. And I guess he's supposed to be an assassin because he has these two kukri daggers he fights with, but he also has handguns and a giant laser sword, right? So I'm like, I don't know how he's going to fight. So bottom line, she picked him, and then she just used him for the rest of the day. She really liked Victor's fighting style. He basically has a bunch of quick up-close strikes and kind of high-low mix-ups, but also he has a good launcher, and if he catches you with that launcher, he can do giant juggle combos that push you all the way to the corner. A lot of his moves also seem to push you back. Like, it's like the sword buffing or sword butt combo that kind of like pushes the enemy back, which is good.
I mean, hold on. I'm just gonna. So pretend. What can you have to pretend? I'll mute Phil, okay? If you weren't listening to Phil but only seeing him, what would you think that Phil is trying to demonstrate here? Yeah, that particular hand motion. Well, Jesus, my depraved wee fucking mate. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I seen Phil make his hand motion. I'm like, what in the fuck is he doing? Why? Oh, for God's sake. Why is my mind like this? Fuck.
Corner. A lot of his moves also seem to push you back. Like, it's like the sword buffing or sword butt combo that kind of like pushes the enemy back, which is good, especially if there's someone in your face. It's a good way to get them off you. So yeah, so she used Victor for the rest of the session, and she played Victor in the third arcade. Then she played Victor in.
Thank you very much, Yamajaki, for the super chat. It says, if I had time and knew which console I'd try and beat him but hadn't played yes, Tekken in years, but I was pretty good at most fight stick games. I tried to read that as best as I could. Yamajaki's saying I'm on my cell phone, yeah. Oh, Yamajaki's saying, meant to say I hadn't played Tekken in years but mostly good in fighter type games. For a second there, I just thought my brain stopped working when I was trying to read that super chat, but yeah, there we go. We got the message out there anyway. You know, you haven't played Tekken in a long time, but you're solid in fighting games. Cool stuff. There's nothing. I mean, it's one of those things where isn't Tekken cross-platform like Street Fighter is? So regardless of your console you get it on, you could technically end up playing Phil if you know. The connection's good enough or whatever, you know, it's a possibility, I think. I'm not sure, I might be wrong, but yeah, it's cross-platform, so there you go. If you do get Tekken, Yamajaki, you may have a chance of beating Phil's ass all over the place. It's good fucking luck if you do end up playing them.
Entire fourth arcade, and we got up to the fifth arcade all on day one, so we played that many hours. You know, she liked it that much. She was really loving the game, and then when we got to the fifth arcade, basically, what happened, get this. She goes, ow, ow. I said, what's wrong? She goes, my thumb hurts. I said, your thumb? Let me see. She got the classic 100% stereotypical sore thumbs by playing an action-based video game too much in one session. And she never done that before. Not once. Because she never played a game like this before. It was her first real fighting game that she ever played. And so she played for many hours and her thumb is swollen. I was like, oh no, you gotta take a break. We can't play anymore. Like, you can't keep playing with your thumb like that. It's gonna kill you. But she was doing good.
I genuinely have never heard of this happening to people. Like, I sometimes have played games like fucking, like, you know, like, all sorts of sports games, action games, To me, this is not some sort of classic fucking gamer thing. This sounds like some sort of fucking fat, out of shape, fucking, you know, creature that is not used to fucking doing stuff with her hands a lot. Kind of, what the hell? I don't understand. I don't understand what I'm listening to. I really don't, Phil. This doesn't sound normal though.
Pressed because, you know, Kat has zero prerequisite knowledge of fighting games. She's literally the textbook definition of a newbie, right? And she went into it just trying to learn basics, and within like an hour she realized, okay, if I'm attacking with strikes and the computer blocks a lot, immediately try to do a throw mix up instead. So she's learning that, oh, stop that, you're defending, I'm gonna grab you instead. And then if the enemy's coming at her, she's like, I'm gonna try the launcher, because if the launcher interrupts what they're doing, I can do a giant combo.
So apparently it's a real fucking thing. That wasn't just a joke that Dash was making, saying it's called Nintendo-itis. And Gregor like expands on it as well. I remember a Nintendo thumb from the old NES and rubbing your thumb on the D-pad as well. But this is something genuine. To me, I don't think it was a thing. Like, I know you can get like fucking carpal tunnel playing games sometimes or whatever, you know, but I've never known like your thumb to like fucking swell up just because you're...
Also, how is Phil... I've been to the bathroom and brushed my teeth and everything. How is Phil still on this little baby story? I don't think anybody wants to go into huge detail about how Kat plays Tekken.
This is one of a few things they do together.
That's your personal life.
Yeah, I mean, most people
you've got to be kidding me.
You got to understand that Phil's life is so mundane and boring that any little thing that fucking happens to it, he's gonna make a big song and dance about.
Oh my god, he really thinks he's that special.
His life just has so fucking little happening in it worth talking about. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be some sort of cruel bastard.
He's made it that way.
But this is his life. This is the way fucking his life is. His life is so devoid of things going on because it's always the same shit over and over again. It's such a mundane life where he barely goes out of the house unless it's once a week. This is his life. This is his existence, and so little happens in it.
Buy groceries.
So when he does talk about his fucking Dale, for example, that's why I get this detail, this ridiculous detail, because like, what else is there to talk about?
It's not just the detail. Phil legit thinks that there's hundreds of people who want to hear this boring stuff. No, I don't even think his audience are talking about Kat and how she's playing Tekken in his chat, all engaged the way he likes them to be when he's on his long, boring day off segment.
Oh, that reminds me, Mr.
It's hard to express just how much I hate this.
Yeah, but remember you went and told me about the chat thing. I completely forgot we're going to do that today. Meester had a thought about the chat. Not you guys, I mean Phil's chat. On the bingo screen, you can see we include Phil's chat. Meester thinks it's not a great thing to have there because it potentially spoils people for what happens in future during the bingo. Do you guys agree, or would you guys be happy to keep it staying?
Let me give my little 2 cents on what I think would have been better, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
Give your 2 cents and I'll
the
start
bingo card
Yeah.
could be just a little bit smaller to give Phil more space, and your chat could be underneath the bingo card. Then, since Raw Phil streams at 1080 now, since you could just see the chat replay that shows in Raw Phil streams, like even if you pause it.
Well, yeah, but you have to leave my stream
you can
to see
see what's happening in real time.
Oh yeah, but you have to leave my chat to see. You have to leave my stream to see what happens in Phil's chat. Somebody just gifted Phil 50 members.
You had the feed up correctly. I mean, oh god. I mean,
yeah.
If you put it up correctly, I imagine you could see the chat replay that Raw Phil shows.
I'll do a poll in chat and we'll see
again,
what chat thinks.
That's my 2 cents. I'm sure somebody else has $1. Or €1.
But anyways, I'll just do the poll very quickly. There we go. So the poll is live, and people can vote whether to keep or remove Phil's chat under a bingo card. There we go. And we'll see what the audience all thinks together collectively, you know what I mean? There's some pros and cons to it for sure, some good points, whatever, so we'll see what people will have to say about that in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, Phil has been gifted 50 members, and the username is not a troll name. The username was somebody just called Weewoo. So W-E-E-W-O.
It may not be a troll.
We don't know who it is, that's the thing.
It may not be a troll, but it's probably not legit.
It might not. Legit. It might not be. No, it might not be. It's hard to tell. For all we know, it could be some legitimate member feeling sorry for Phil. You know, some legitimate denhead. But I guess we'll see how Phil reacts, because we're behind Phil by about 27 minutes. So, yeah, at about half an hour's time, we'll see Phil potentially react to this, and we'll see if he's happy or angry.
So she's learning fighting game fundamentals, playing Tekken 8's arcade mode, and I was impressed because she picked it up fast. Now, is she doing super advanced moves? No. Is she doing crazy combos? No. But she's doing pretty good basics, and I was like, wow. For a very good first session. I mean, that was 100% a great one. So basically, we got through all of that, all right, and then she's like, we gotta take a break. She's like, well, wait, there's another mode. It's like, all right, what is it? Tekken Ball. So it's the return of Tekken Ball, which is the volleyball game, where you don't really hit your opponent, you hit a ball, and the ball either hits your opponent for damage, or it's supposed to get past the opponent and hit the ground, just like real volleyball. If the ball hits the ground, then they score a point on you. So she basically played one match of that, and she's like, that's kind of silly. I was like, I agree, that's what it is. It's a party game. You mess around with your friends or against a computer, just silly thing. It's not meant to be taken seriously.
Phil said friends. Amazing. Phil just had a reason to use the word friend.
Burger.
There we go. Also, D-Dog believes that Weewoo is a troll because I'd never been in his chat before. It's possible, or it could be a DSP Dent on a sock account supporting Phil. These are all possibilities.
Either way, by now Phil has defaulted to assuming big member bombs are all just the bait,
It doesn't
because he can't immediately check how much precious money he made.
Unless he knows the person doing it, he will not trust it. If it's a familiar name, like Emo for example, he'll trust it because he'll recognize, oh, I know that person, they've been legit before. If he doesn't recognize a name, he will definitely be skeptical.
No one takes that seriously.
I Dr. Tony Huge.
So we had a blast, like no exaggeration. We were super amounts of fun, tons of great day one vibes for a new fighting game. And man,
I'm going to speed this up by the way. 1.25 is too damn slow for me. I'm getting fed up with this fucking speech. So we're going 1.5. At time go. But by the way, the poll so far has had 57 votes. 84% of the chat want to keep Phil's chat under a bingo card.
Oh well.
I will let it run for a bit longer, but it feels quite overwhelming that most people would rather have the chat stay. But we'll see how we'll give it some time. We'll see how it goes.
Well,
yeah. We'll give it some more
I guess
time.
I didn't express myself very well, and it was not a good idea, but whatever.
Well, there's no harm in fucking putting it out there and seeing what everyone else thinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Remember how bingos used to fucking look here? This took a long time to get to this stage. How this looks here. This used to be basically two things on the screen. It was basically one bingo card and Phil. In fact, it wasn't before it was even live. It was just, you know, just Phil's face over it, and occasionally a bingo card will pop up when Phil did something. You know what I mean? So yeah, this has come a long way, and it's always been changing over time. But yeah, just because your idea looks like it's, you know, some people prefer having chat on the screen, the majority of people prefer having chat on the screen. There's no harm in voicing the idea all the same. So, like, just I mean, I've had tons of ideas myself, which I think would have been good ideas, but most people have been like, yeah, don't do that. It happens. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I don't mind people trying their best to trying to make things better in their way. Anyway, they had an idea, they voiced it, and I'm not going to bottle them for that. So yeah, don't put yourself down like that.
I tell you, Tekken 8 is gorgeous, and she plays it on the Series S. I'm going to be playing it on the PS5, but even on the Series S, the game had 0 frame drops. 0. I couldn't believe it. I thought on the Series S maybe it would chop up a little bit. That game runs ultra smooth on the Series S.
0.
And the stages are neat. There's one stage where you're in like a haunted graveyard with like yokai demons, and then all of a sudden the ground will break and you go further down into like the nether realm. And then there's a stage where you're on a big barge floating on a river beside the Eiffel Tower in France, and the barge rotates so you get to see all this cool stuff while you're fighting. The music is outstanding, just like always in Tekken. The music is very good, it's catchy. There's several different styles of songs in the game that are very exciting. And geez, man, 32 characters at launch is outstanding. Although I will admit, some omissions are a little bit weird. Like, for example, no Lei Wulong, which is a little weird. No Marduk, and Marduk's been in Tekken since like Tekken 4. And I was like, wow, no Marduk in this one? That's a little weird. There was a few like omissions that I was like scratching my head. I wonder why this particular character, you know, isn't in the game. Of course, they could always add those characters in later as DLC. But it was fun. It was like, you know, watching her play and seeing all these stages, and it was a very exciting stream. And for the record, she only lost a few times. I think when she was playing, she lost to the stupid Elisa. You know, Elisa the robot that's an anime girl with fucking chainsaw arms who shouldn't be in Tekken, and I still say to this day, it's bullshit, she shouldn't be in Tekken. Yeah, she's still in the game, she's still ridiculous.
Why not?
And she's
Why
like,
not?
I don't get it, like, how am I supposed to beat this character? As soon as she gets the chainsaw arm, she just keeps attacking. And
So yeah, Phil is not a fan of anime
Why
girls.
not?
Anime girls are the devil. To Phil, anyway.
Tekken is whack, dude. Tekken's always been whack. Characters have to be interesting. What would you rather? She shouldn't be in Tekken. Like, who are you to say that?
But I've got to give a shout out to Hingle McCringleberry in the chat. Isn't that a professional football player on some skit show? Hingle McCringleberry. I'm just trying to think. Jane, fucking Peel, man. Jesus Christ. I see the name, I just fucking crack every fucking time, man. Hingle McCringleberry. They have a top tier username.
You can't interrupt it. I said, welcome to Tekken. Like, since the moment she was introduced in, what was it, Tekken 6? That's her problem. She's an annoying fucking character who can keep on the offense. You basically have to, like, get in her face and stuff her attempts to use the chainsaws because they stop everything else, right? So, anyway.
So basically, this fucking anime robot character girl is like the Tekken version of, like, Ken from Street Fighter. Overpowered, they're so strong, they're in your face all the time.
Nothing.
Yeah, just
The overpowered one was, I believe, Eddie Gordo in Tekken 7. I may be wrong.
No, I'm just saying, I'm comparing it to Street Fighter 6, you know, to be fair, you know, so I'm just saying Ken and Street Fighter 6, because Phil's trying to tell you this characters, like, shouldn't be in the game because they're too fucking strong. And,
I don't know anything about which character is what in Tekken 8 just yet,
Same.
because
Oh,
I've kind of been avoiding it.
I know fuck all. Like, somebody has a tiger head, that's kind of like, that's why I know. I know so fucking little.
But yeah, you can tell that Phil doesn't like her because she's an anime girl sex
Oh
robot
yeah, that
or
was
something.
that was the first complaint.
the
That was the
real
very
reason.
first thing he said about it. You know, she's some anime chick, you know, with chainsaw arms or something.
It was a great day. We had a great day together. Tekken 8 looks great. Like, really looks great, and I cannot wait to play it later tonight for Friday Night Fights. So you might say, well, what's going to happen tonight with Friday Night Fights? Well, basically what I did last night, after Kat had played a lot of the day, I basically looked up some videos of Paul Phoenix and King, and it looks pretty good. Like, Paul, basically, here's the deal with Paul in Tekken 8. He is not a character that's fishing for one hit, and if he gets the hit, he gets a giant juggle combo. He's not a character who's looking to hit you in like a mix-up hit stun or lockdown style. He is a character who basically plays a basic game, very basic, not too advanced, but if he can land one good counter hit, like one launcher, which is down forward 2, which is right punch, if that hits, he can do giant combos out of that push you to the corner, and once you're in the corner, he's got you stuck. Like, it's so hard to get out of the corner in this game, especially against a character like Paul. And remember, the new thing in this game is called heat.
Combos.
And essentially with Paul, once his heat is activated, he's doing insane damage. So if he hits you with any move, you're pretty boned. And I guess that's the key here, is to try to do a couple quick heat activators. There's certain moves you can do that if you do the input with Paul, for example, it's hold forward and right kick, or I guess in this case that would be 4. If that connects, he activates his heat mode automatically. And then he can dash forward, and now he has a mix-up opportunity. He can throw, he can hit you low, he can wait a second and wait for you to try to counterattack, and then try to launch you into a combo. Like, he has options after it. So he seems interesting in this game.
Stop
Basic,
for a moment.
but very effective and very high damage. Okay, King.
Okay. Hey, he said my name.
I know I'm derailing a little bit too much, but Phil watching high-level gameplay, I've always thought this. Phil watching high-level gameplay doesn't help him get better at these games, because I imagine a lot of the time he doesn't really understand what's happening other than that. Oh, he's doing a combo.
I would actually disagree with you there in that regard. Like, I think Phil understands that when he looks at something, and when he looks at somebody better than him doing combos, it gives him ideas not how to do the combos, but to do them. Like, he'll see somebody else play the game, and he'll see how well people are doing, and he'll think to himself, I need to learn that combo, I need to learn that combo.
But he doesn't succeed. He genuinely says, I've watched all these high-level gameplay videos, and he still loses every single time.
Not every single not every single time.
A lot of the time.
Yeah,
A lot of the time. The
roughly
majority
half
of the time.
Roughly half the time. I mean, give or take, roughly half the time. You know what I mean? So yeah,
No,
sometimes he's going to make
Three-quarters of the time.
But the thing about combos is, if there was one combo that worked without fail every single goddamn time, that was, you know, unbeatable, Phil would never lose if he used that combo. But that's the whole fact about these games have to have a balance to them, you know? So yes, there are some very solid, strong combos in these fucking fighting games, but if the game developers know what they're fucking doing, there will be ways to try and get around those, potentially, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's a fucking
It's another thing. That surprised face is a screenshot, but another thing is that simply knowing how to do combos isn't all there is to the game, and it looks to me like Phil doesn't understand that. I've watched tons of high-level Smash, and I suck at Smash. In spite of that, I know what they're doing, but I can't replicate it. That's number one.
Oh,
and
yeah,
number two, there's more
that, yeah.
to Smash than just doing those combos.
It's a very deep game, for sure. Absolutely, without a doubt. Very deep game with a lot to try and grasp and understand. Give me a second here, I'm just getting this fucking
Yeah.
potential, you know, thumbnail image.
The same bit.
Let's see how this looks. That's not bad.
It time, Freck.
No,
I've got a
no,
perfect
hold,
frame
no, 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 no,
right
no, no,
here,
no, 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 no.
right here.
Hold the fuck on, no, 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 you don't get to fucking do that. No, I'm fucking gotten you on this fucking stream. So
Why not?
No, 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 I got you on the stream so you wouldn't be able to fucking fuck around with your silly, distracting art crap.
You
This
can't
is
stop
no,
me.
you being on here is meant to stop you from fucking getting all fucking creative with your bizarre fucking twisted art. No. One or the other, I thought I was playing 4D fucking
Genuine
chess
question,
here.
by the way,
I
speaking of
thought I
art.
was playing 4D chess, but I thought, okay, I can have Meester on this fucking stream. That way, I won't have to endure the bizarre fucking art he throws my way. Which, but I still maintain though that the Joker one surprisingly good, except for the nose. That's surprisingly that was fantastic.
Speaking
But yeah, no art.
Speaking of art, should I make my Twitter account NSFW? Because this art, you seem to hate it. It's horrible
I'm
from
not
what you
going
tell
to
me.
tell you what to do, but just bear in mind that you probably shouldn't be making NSFW content until you're old enough.
You know what I'm saying. I'm not that dumb.
But Jesus Christ.
It's so horrible that it needs to be put behind a barrier.
Oh, for God's sake, some of the stuff you made is fucking good knowledge, but some of it is just, the one you had the other day of like fucking Phil throwing up Cat, like Cat was like, oh, for God's sake. No.
Holy crap! They
Exactly, Phil, holy crap.
changed King to seemingly make him really good. Number one, they improved throws in this game. They made throws harder to reverse, which is good because if you remember when I played Tekken 7, almost every person reversed every throw I tried. And I was like, wow, like throws are ineffective in this one. So apparently, they made throws harder to react to now. And I guess from what I'm to understand with King, they made his strikes so good now that he can just do a couple strikes and immediately do a throw mix-up. So he has 2 or 3 throws he can do fast out of like a couple strikes, and the enemy has to react right away. And a lot of the times the throws look identical, so you have to guess. Do I have to press left punch, right punch, or both punches together to reverse? And a lot of times you can't tell, so you can catch the enemy. He also has a new move, 2 new moves. One is called like Jaguar Dash, and what it is he just runs forward, and out of that he can either do a counter hit strike that knocks you down, or he can do a running flying RKO throw that is not reversible. So if he runs and does it, you can't get out of it. And that's the only throw in the game that apparently is not reversible at all. So everyone's saying this is like one of his best new strategies. And then on top of that, he has a new move where he gets super armor. He just goes roar like this, like a big chest pump. And when he does this, he gains 2 hits of super armor. And now out of that, he can do anything he wants. If someone's doing the rage move against you, you can do super armor right through it and then counter hit them. It's like, whoa, so that's totally different. And I noticed this when Kat was playing yesterday.
So this sounds extremely overpowered. Surely that's fucking no balanced. And yet Phil's going to use this overpowered character.
Yeah, but Phil's not good at this game. It's not fair. He should be able to use the bullshit characters instead of the hard ones because he's not as good at Tekken as he is at Street Fighter. 4th at Evo, you know?
Phil should just press one button and it fucking does a combo for him.
That's the excuse he'll make.
Yeah.
Every time she fought King, the computer was doing the super armor move. I was like, he didn't have that before. So what the hell is that? So this dramatically changes the way the characters play. So tonight I'm excited. Here's the problem though. So I watched these 2 videos of Paul and King to learn the basics of the characters. And I learned a lot, but I'm like, my problem is I don't know how to do these new moves. Like, how do you do Jaguar Dash? How do you do the super armor move? And it didn't tell you in those videos. So I'm like, when I play today, I might have to like just go into training real quick and go to the moves list and try to find those moves in the moves list just to figure out the inputs for them. Because I know what to do.
Remember, Phil promised his audience that as soon as he fucking plays the game, he's going straight into online mode. He promised the audience this. He said he was going to do it. So if Phil bitches out from going straight into online mode and fucking does training mode or something first to try and learn these moves, he'll have gone back on his word. But he promised his audience we're going immediately into online mode. So let's see if Phil is going to stay true to his word or not tonight.
Look up a tutorial, Phil.
I just don't know how to do it button input-wise, you know? Also, what I want to learn, because I know how to do the giant swing with King, it's one of my favorite throws, but I want to mix that up with a different one. They said the best mix-up is like giant swing and pile driver, because they need different buttons to reverse them. So if I can mix up between those 2 throws, I can confuse opponents, but I gotta figure out what's the input for pile driver, because pile driver is a combo throw, so I need to figure out, I know you do pile driver, it's like quarter circle forward and 1 or left punch, and he grabs you and he goes pile driver, and I think it's left punch, right punch, kicks. I think he does the second. I think there's 3 things you could do after it as a combo throw. So I need to look at the combo throws, right? So I got some work to do tonight, and I'm going to go online. I'm probably going to start with Paul, see what I can do there, and then I'm going to probably go to King, and we'll see how it goes tonight for Friday Night Fights. It should be exciting. My first ever Tekken 8 stream. And by the way, don't ask me why, but when I played the Tekken 8 demo on Monday, that game recorded flawlessly on my setup. Flawlessly. It looked super duper smooth. It didn't drop frames. The graphics looked amazing. I was like, wow, this records way better on here than Street Fighter 6 did.
So yeah, so some people may have missed this from the other night. Phil was so super fucking shocked at how good this game looked when he uploaded a video. Like after he was finished making a video and uploading it and then watched it on his own channel, he was like, holy crap, this looks absolutely insane. Like, and he can...
This just means that his stream/recording quality is actually terrible, and he's accepted that.
Yeah, because you've seen the Street Fighter, streams or whatever, even though it's so colourful.
The game's
it's good.
carrying it.
Exactly. It's like, any games that have a lot of fucking bright colours or whatever, his capture card seems to sometimes struggle to show it off as, but for Tekken though, Tekken looks absolutely insane apparently for him, he's losing his damn mind about that. So yeah,
He looks alright.
Here is again, yeah. It's bizarre.
It's not 100% wrong about the game looking good. But
Not
again,
Street
just
Fighter
because the
6.
game looks good, Phil, won't help your content or carry it. It really won't.
Oh god.
If it's
fucking-
boring, it's boring, no matter how good the game looks.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Mind you, if he's going straight to online tonight, there's potential for some, maybe a little bit of salt. But,
Yeah, but he doesn't make that content himself. It's not boring, but he doesn't like to acknowledge the fact that he's ridiculously toxic and unfair in all of his multiplayer sessions.
And there's a big question right there, which I've been wondering myself. Why can't Phil learn how to use a fucking noise gate in 15 years? Precisely. One of the first things I did was try my best to get the things all set up properly. I've got noise gate and all this crap, you know what I mean? Yeah, I try my best. I do try my best to get the audio as good as possible at my end, so yeah. So hopefully, if I have need to tweak it, I will tweak it, whatever, but, I think I've got it pretty much as spot on as I could.
There we go.
I basically had a lot of issues with frame drops. I noticed every
on
once in a
well.
while they would get choppy, then it would get smooth again, then it would get choppy, then it would get smooth again. I'm not having that issue with Tekken 8. All the footage I did Tekken 8 on Monday was smooth. So I was blown away how good it looks. I hope it continues to record that well. So today should be an exciting day. First stream, as I said, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Very excited to jump into it. By the way, yes, I caved, and I got the best version. I did. I got the best version of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Now this
Idiot.
Oh, there you go, you got your answer.
$100. Here's the Begman.
2 days ago.
Right into a mini Begman.
2 days
swear.
ago, he was crying. No, sorry, 3 days ago on his fucking streams, he was crying about fucking not having the fucking money to pay his bills, and he's worried about his memberships. Speaking of members,
$100. More than $100.
thank you to
He's
Hingle
insane.
McCringleberry. Hingle McCringleberry
He's
has
actually
become a
insane.
Bingleberry. So, I'm so glad Hingle McCringleberry has become a member just so I can say their name. I don't know why I was saying that fucking name. But there you go, Hingle McCringleberry has become a bingo baddie. Cheers. I find joy and amusement in the simplest things. But yeah, there you go. Phil has dropped in 2 days. Phil has dropped $170 on 2 brand new games.
Plus whatever Hogan spending he did in that time.
Oh god, I don't even fucking get started on that. Fuck me.
to have extra Sujamon, which is basically their version of Pokemon. We battle these characters in an arena, but also it's supposed to have many extra items for the resort. Now, the resort is the Dokkan Island or whatever it's called, which is the island that you make. That's the resort island that I'm going to be doing gameplay with my wife. So hopefully we get lots of extra good stuff for that. So when we actually play that, perhaps later this week, we'll be able to actually have the best stuff to build our resort from scratch. So we'll see. So anyway, I'm very excited for Like a Dragon right now after this podcast. I've been waiting for this game for years. Remember that Yakuza Like a Dragon or Yakuza 7 was my game of the year when it came out, over 3 years ago. So obviously I'm very excited to see what they do with this one. I want to know why they end up in Hawaii, because we don't know why the gang ends up in Hawaii. We only know why Cosmic Kiryu was there from the end of Like a Dragon, or Like a Dragon Gaiden. So this should be very, very exciting to play today and try out as the first stream. For those who are RPG fans, I certainly hope you're going to stick around after today's podcast. It's just funny to me because right now we have 350 people watching the podcast, and usually for a new release we'd have more than that, but because it's a JRPG, I don't get views. And that's
Are you sure that's the sole reason, Phil? Are you sure it's not just because, it's you? And you're a fucking piece of shit? And nobody wants to fucking watch much anymore?
And all the detractors only stick around for the sway cast and then leave after the fact.
Or perhaps they're fucking clued up to the fact that you're not starting gameplay that early. Because as of right now, we're behind by Phil 40 minutes. We're 40 minutes behind live DSP. Right now, he has 470 viewers. Well, there you go. More people turned up the closer he gets to gameplay. What a surprise. Maybe some people just don't care about what he has to say in his fucking podcast.
kills me because I love JRPGs. JRPGs are one of my favorite genres. I absolutely love playing them. This is probably going to be my favorite one for a long time. And I basically get a core audience, and I'm happy with the core audience I get, but I kind of knew that was going to happen today. I knew we weren't going to get crazy amount of
I
viewers
need money.
for Like a Dragon, nor do I think we ever will. I really don't think we ever will, because, again, exactly, 672 says, I bet if you would play Tekken, you'd have 500 plus viewers right now. I guarantee you're correct. I 100% believe you. For some odd reason, half my audience just isn't in line with my game, what I like. I don't understand that. You would think the audience would be in line with the streamer, but a lot of cases that's not the case. I mean, take a look. I love Sea of Stars, and that barely got 200 viewers a stream, right? Again, not that this matters. None of that's a big deal to me. I play the games I like, and I'm happy to have anyone come by and engage and support with those streams. I'm grateful for what I get.
That
I
isn't
don't need
what
to be
you
Mr.
said
Big. I don't need to be,
back
oh,
when
the
you were
guy
talking
who's
about
streaming
Lords
every
of the
game just to get
Fallen
views
still.
and then drop it within a stream or two when it's not popular anymore. That's not me. Like a Dragon's
what
gonna
you
be played
do.
in its entirety, you know? Likely what'll happen is, Like a Dragon will be played as a major stream a few times this week, and then based on performance-wise, we'll see how it goes. If people show up, engage, and support, then much like Baldur's Gate 3, I'll keep it as a daytime stream. But if it ends up being slow on every one of those streams, what are you gonna do? Then it's gonna probably end up being like an ongoing late-night playthrough, right? Which we play at most late nights. I don't even know what else to say. I don't want that to happen, because I know I'm gonna love the game, but I gotta adjust to what people are gonna show up for, right? So let's see how it goes today, and go from there, okay?
He literally just contradicted himself.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to turn on my fan a little higher. It feels kind of stuffy in here today.
Oh, we have some dead air now.
Idiot. Fucked off.
Level 2.
I'm gonna count it as dead
Okay.
air.
Burger.
Hit the mic.
All right, so we'll see what happens today with that. And I'm excited for the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time.
No, we can't have that.
What?
No. He was talking when he went to turn on the fan. There was not dead air. He wasn't directly in front of his mic, but he absolutely was talking.
But yeah,
That is
but
not
no,
dead air.
there was dead air between him standing up and then getting to the fan. There was like
Less than 5 seconds.
no. Hold on. Let me. So we'll count it. We're at 1.5 speed, remember, so things go fucking faster at 1.5 speed. Oh yeah, I'll fucking show you. If the YouTube stream wants to fucking stop being all fucking weird, give me a second here. Right, hold on. So he's away there. Okay, hold on a second. I'll rewind it another fucking 5 seconds. This YouTube does not like me fucking rewinding the fucking stream. Fuck me. Give me a wee second here. So we're at normal speed right here, okay? When Phil. So okay, hold on. Here we go.
Stuffy in here today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Turn on level 2.
There you go. 7 seconds of
Yeah,
dead air.
but like...
7 whole damn seconds of dead air. Then he starts talking off mic.
But hold on. It's based off what we're watching at this and the speed at which we are watching.
By
not
that
as
logic,
viewers.
when
Surely.
Phil went downstairs the other day to get his wallet, does that not count as dead air to you because he walked away from the stream?
What?
When Phil went downstairs on Wednesday to grab his wallet to buy Tekken, did that count as dead air to you? Yes or no?
But that was a far longer walkout than this.
So where's
Based
the
on what
line?
we
Where's
see.
the line then? Where do you draw the line in that regard? I don't know.
The line is entirely what we see. Again, it was barely a second at
7.
1.5 speed, so there was not enough dead air to count as dead air. He
There's
pauses
7.
between the things that he says.
I don't know. I don't count
Yes,
it for
but
when he...
that's what his viewers saw, not what we saw.
Yeah, I don't count it for when he's taking a sip because that would be unfair. You know what I mean? He's fucking literally just consuming, you know, water or whatever it is in that fucking bottle, you know what I mean? So he can't fucking talk when he's drinking or whatever. But he could talk the whole time when he's like getting up there and standing or whatever. 7 whole seconds. I think we count it. 7 whole seconds, you know what I mean? That's quite... If Phil had started talking before then, you'd have a point, but 7 whole seconds of it saying a damn thing, I'm keeping dead. I'm keeping it. I think if he goes more than 5 seconds, and he could have talked before that. There was nothing stopping him from talking before then. He chose not to for 7 whole seconds.
Okay. All right, so we'll see what happens today with that, and I'm excited for the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, first ever multiplayer of Tekken 8. I'll probably just quickly jump into training mode to try to learn 1 or 2 basic combos and strategies with King and Paul. Like Paul, I know exactly what to do. I just want to confirm the inputs for a few moves. With King, I need to learn the actual inputs. Like I don't know how to do the Jaguar charge or rush, whatever it's called, and I don't know how to do the super armor move. I got to learn those before I can really play with him effectively. Jade says, you asked me Tekken 8 story and character episodes do not play story in hard. P.S. I did the story last night. So you beat the entire story mode last night? How long was it, Jade? Do you remember how long it took you to beat the whole story mode?
Oh,
I'm
Jade,
curious
you've
if it's
got
like 4 or 5 hours, or if it's not that long at
too
all.
much free time.
And how do the character stories work? Because they said it's, what, 5 fights with some story attached to it? So I'm just curious how that works, too. Anyway, so I'm excited for today. Very big new release day. Now, here's the deal. After we finish all the streams tonight, I'm going to do a poll on this channel on the community tab. And the poll will be as follows. Tomorrow, we're flipping the streams. It's going to be Tekken 8 on the daytime stream, and it's going to be Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth on the late stream. But the question is, what do you want to see on the daytime stream tomorrow? And the options will be actual narrative story mode, okay? Or the arcade mode. What would you prefer to see tomorrow? Because the narrative story mode, again, people are saying it's like 4 to 5 hours. Is it? Prisoner says like 4 hours long. So if that's the case, it'll probably take like 2 streams to do. So do you want to see me start that? Because now when you play a variety of characters, there's big visual effects and big crazy story elements to happen. Or do you want to see me do the arcade mode? That's what we previewed in the demo, where you're going to be basically going to arcades with various characters, and you're going to be fighting against various opponents and learning techniques with each character, and then you go to each arcade, and if the story continues, you can change your avatar to look different. And also, I believe that is the mode where you earn the most currency, so you can unlock the in-game stuff, the customizables for all the characters and everything. So we can do either one, all right, whichever one you want. But I want you to vote overnight. I will have a poll on the channel page community tab here on DSP Gaming.
Oh, Phil said vote, so that
Do my job
counts.
for me.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
The first bingo of the game because Phil said votes. Fantastic stuff indeed. So the car's doing quite well, Meester. We've got 3 on the left there, and we have 6 on the right there. So, and so yeah, we're 1 snort away as well. We're 1 snort away from a free space. So we're doing quite well.
Goodness.
And
I thought he got a folly to avoid snorting.
at first he did. At first he wasn't snorting as much, but I guess it just came back fucking naturally, or whatever. You know what I mean? Because we picked up quite a few snorts since then. The other day was insane. I think we had 60
Don't make
snorts.
fun of his medical condition, you
I
guys.
think we fucking tallied 60 snorts on Wednesday. That's a record for a year anyway. That's the highest amount he had in a year so far this year. Crazy.
To vote for what you want to see tomorrow first, okay? So please vote on that. And then Sunday will be DSP versus the internet on DSP Reacts first stream, and the late stream will be another late night multiplayer session of Tekken. Now, will it be more Paul and King, or will it be another character? I don't know. I guess it depends on how stuff goes on Saturday's stream. If I pick another character who I like and I'm interested in using them, maybe I'll do that. But if not, then maybe I'll go to my staples. We'll see. The story mode is 15 chapters. Ooh. And you gotta assume that probably each chapter
They're very
is probably
short,
like
Phil.
20 minutes long, right? They're probably not lengthy chapters. So if you do the math there, right? Yeah, it's probably gonna be like 4 hours long, roughly, the story mode. That makes sense. Okay. Interesting. 3 to 5 hours. Okay. People are saying 3 to 5 hours, depends on how fast you go through it and stuff. Okay. Cool. So yeah. So I'm excited to see what you'll vote for tomorrow. And then Sunday will be the React Show, and it will be more Tekken. And then Monday, I think we're gonna do Like a Dragon as the daytime stream again. And then probably Monday night, we'll probably again be Like Tekken, but then what we'll do is for Tuesday and Wednesday, each day will either be Tekken or Like a Dragon, and then the night streams will be Baldur's Gate and Power.
finished
So that way we
Frack,
get a little bit of
by the way.
variety, right?
You finished what?
I finished the. I
If
finished
you-
another frack.
If you've done some artwork here, I might just yeet you from the fucking call. Oh fuck you! Oh fuck you and your.
Go
fucking-
on.
Oh,
It's tradition now.
I'm going to do a fucking poll asking if I should fucking kick you from this fucking call. This is what Meester fucking. This in between Meester talking, he made this abomination. Oh, for fuck's sake!
You can't stop me from making frack. You can't. I will always make frack. I should probably do something else with that screen grab, but that's what I could do.
I'm doing
In
a
like
poll.
5
I'm doing a
minutes.
poll in chat. At time, kick Meester into the sun. Yes or no? Oh, I am kidding on, of course. It's 50-50. There we go. It ends in 50-50. You get away with it. Yeah, I'm only kidding with fucking poll. But yeah, you need to stop this shit. It's fucking no. Just what do you call him? Frack? It's not even frack. We call him frack. What the?
Yes.
For fuck's sake. Anyway, let's crack on a bingo. We're fucking like miles behind.
That way it's not a big deal that we're playing these new releases all week. We'll get that little bit of mix by the end of the week so people don't complain. And then what I want to do is at the end of the week, I want to assess how everything did, right? If one particular game did better in the streams, then I'll probably play more of it the next week. If one particular game didn't do as well, maybe that game will be played less or be downgraded to night streams and we move something from night streams into day streams. Like I know for a fact, Baldur's Gate 3, right, had a certain crowd that came by every time I played the game during the daytime. Now I'm going to play it as a night stream this week. Does that mean people aren't going to show up? Does that mean it's not going to have as much engagement and support because it moved its time slot? I don't know. So I guess we got to find out, right? We won't know till we try and we see how the week goes. Now, other things to keep in mind, like I already mentioned, Foam Stars, will we play it? I don't know. I think it's February 6th that comes out, so it's a maybe. I guess we'll have to see together if it's something that I consider playing or not. And then, of course, the big event is coming up, and that's going to be
Nobody hurt me, Jackie.
Saturday, February 10th. So about 2 weeks away, right? Just a little over 2 weeks away. A Super Bowl Bash marathon
love
event here on
myself.
DSP Gaming. I'll be dressed up in NFL attire. I'll be drinking. I'll be eating yummy foods that my wife's going to make. She's going to make various different kind of Super Bowl style party foods that I'll be having over the course of the day with all of you and kind of talking about and reviewing. But we got to figure out what I'm doing during this event. We haven't determined that yet. Today I have a lot of game news to talk about, so I don't think we're going to talk about this very
amazing.
much today. But I
Why
think
don't
over
you
the course
just-
of the next week, we have to hammer in exactly what we're doing. And I think once we see games like a Dragon Infinite Wealth and Tekken 8 and how they're received, then we can determine, hey, do people want to see those on that day? Or do we want to do something different that day? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
What the fuck do those new games have to fucking do with the Super Bowl? It doesn't make
Nothing.
sense. It doesn't make sense, Phil. Also, again, Phil.
He really doesn't care about his events, does he?
He cares.
Genuinely.
He cares about making as
Oh
much.
well, you guys figure out what I'm gonna do on the Super Bowl.
No, that's so he doesn't.
Dude, you don't care about the Super Bowl.
Well, obviously, it definitely doesn't care about Super Bowl, but
He just wants an excuse to do an event.
No, he just wants an excuse to fucking have the audience come up with ways to fucking get as much money as possible. He asks his audience, what do you guys want to fucking see? He wants his audience to plan an event for him. That way, if it doesn't do well, he can fucking blame the audience because he can fucking say to them, this is what you guys wanted. This is what you guys asked for. Why wasn't the support there? He's fucking terrified of using his own fucking decisions and coming up with these things all by himself, of his own volition. Because that means he'll be on a spot. If it doesn't do well, he'll be the one that's to fucking, is culpable, is to fucking blame. He is terrified of accepting any sort of responsibility anymore. And he's doing this fucking fake sort of thing where it's like, I'm going to fucking be listening to my audience and let and be interactive and all that shit. Yeah, this whole fake fucking bullshit of Phil, like fucking pretending he's fucking listening to his audience to fucking, give them what they fucking want, is a fucking charade. And it's purely just a fucking mask to fucking have them take responsibility if things don't go fucking well. Simple as that. When Phil fucking does something that the fans apparently asked him for and it doesn't get support there, Phil has somebody ready to fucking throw under the bus once more. His dumbass denthead audience. If they come to it though, then oh, you guys loved it. I was like, no fucking shit, they asked for it. And you gave them what they asked for, even though you fucking gave it to them barely. There's no winning if you're a DSP fan. You either end up with a lot less money in your fucking pocket, or you get blamed for failure. That's your two choices as a DSP fan. You either go broke or get yelled at.
So we'll find out, okay? But that's gonna be a fun marathon event coming up. And there you have it. Football movie tier maker, says Korg. Oh god. Football movies?
He doesn't care
How many
about
have I even
football. Neither
seen?
do I, but
I probably
still.
saw Little Giants. I saw Any Given Sunday. What other football movies are there?
Also, his events are all the
How many are there?
same.
I don't
It's
even remember that many.
unbelievable.
Remember the Titans? I saw that like once. Oh, and Rudy. I saw Rudy a couple times when I was younger. Yeah. So it's like 4 movies. That's gonna be a quick tier maker. All right. Anyway, I guess we'll see what happens. But let's start brainstorming there. I would be talking with you about that today. However, we got a lot of game news to get to today. All right. So before we get to game news, all I want to say is, guys, here's the deal. This is my final streaming week of the month. I mean, this is the last 6 days of the month, right? So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30.
there we
Yeah,
go.
the next 6 streaming days for me are the last days of the month. All right. If you like my content, if you like what I do on YouTube and the way I do it, please support the content this next week. My real concern right now is this month.
Why is
all right?
this?
I put in just as much, if not more, effort into my content as I usually do. Correct? This month I launched DSP Throwback, which is doing pretty good. It's fully monetized now. Every day there's a new Red Dead or Final Fantasy 13 video over there. We launched my first ever stream over there where I reacted to the Red Dead playthrough and you guys loved it. And by the way, I'm probably gonna do another one of those next weekend. Not this week because of the new releases.
Phil finally said you guys.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
This is strong.
I know. Let him
This
finish.
is a pretty good card.
And also an excellent point by D-Dog. Phil has free memberships he could give out to his channel, but he doesn't do it. He did it one time ever, and then he forgot all about it because, drama or whatever.
Where I reacted to the Red Dead playthrough and you guys loved it. And by the way, I'm probably gonna do another one of those next weekend. Not this week because of the new releases, but I'm thinking next weekend on that Sunday we'll probably do react show and then another throwback stream to keep reacting to the Red Dead playthrough. I think that'd be pretty neat because you guys liked it so much last time. Okay. So, if you like my stuff, I really need your help this week. Here's why. Okay. So I did check my statistics. I was trying to figure out how to exactly check everything. All right. Now here's the thing. January typically is a month where everything is slower with ads, and that's okay. I'm used to that. Like I'm used to every single January being a slow income month for ads because there's no ads on YouTube. All the good ads are for the holidays, and this is a very slow month. It picks up somewhat in February, actually gets much better in March and April. My problem this month is the trolls, and I don't like talking about that or admitting it, but they fucked with my income this month badly. All right, to give you some example,
It's
I
your
looked
fault.
at memberships.
It's your own
all right?
fault.
So what I make typically in a month on channel memberships, and just I could pull up the statistic right now, and this is not even an exact.
So Phil, never mind the statistic. How about you fucking give us a figure? Give us a dollar figure as to what you usually fucking expect. That way
He's not going to.
I know he's not.
going
I know
to.
he's not going to fucking do it. He's fucking terrified of fucking doing it.
That money isn't gonna get people to pity him. No way. He's still making like $1,000 or something.
Brace yourself for some percentages here.
Oh well, the
duration,
memberships.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Nikita memberships went thousands of dollars. So please pity me, dude. What the Nikita memberships were worth, I'd have taken them any day.
So
Right? Like I'd have had because if I had memberships, I would actually make something good out of them.
well,
They would be meaningful.
exactly. That's the kind of big thing, and that's why.
If I got memberships for however cheap,
yeah.
I would be happy for them.
Exactly.
I'd be happy for the whatever extra capital that was, and of course, if the memberships are actually good, I'd be confident that people would want to renew them.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Good lord.
It's good for your community, it's good for your channel, it's a good sign of growth or whatever, get everything else, if you can sustain it as well, it's great. What I want to say right now very quickly, Phil was about to get into some sort of fucking thing where he's trying to talk about how he needs fucking money, and he's going to fucking spew up a whole bunch of fucking statistics and memberships or whatever. Some people get... I'm just looking out for people's kind of best interests here. You might want to take a little 5-minute break from this fucking shit right here. Because sometimes when Phil talks about this kind of stuff, it does trigger the fuck out of people. You might want to take a little quick breather.
Time authors.
You know, authors, I mean, not just authors, whatever. We're going to rat our way through it, but I just want to kind of, I'm looking at some people in the streams essentially. Sometimes when Phil talks about money especially, and how the times are tight right now, so many people are fucking struggling right now. There's a fucking cost of living crisis going on, you know what I mean? It's harder to fucking afford things, and it's just going to get worse and worse, it feels like. And Phil is living in his own little fucking bubble where he just dropped $170 in 2 games and yet he's crying about fucking his money. So it's one of those things where it's like, you might, if you guys are easily triggered by Phil talking about this kind of shit, maybe just take a wee breather for like 5 minutes. I'm just kind of saying that, so.
And yeah, Phil's whole troll problem. Number one, he gets more money, not a lot more money, but more money. And 2, it's his fault because he was the one who overshared all of this rubbish to his audience to begin with, which gave the trolls the idea to use a VPN and give cheap membership.
It wasn't even the trolls, it was OIC.
It's his fault.
It wasn't even the fucking trolls that done this to him, it was OIC, who is one of his biggest fans, who gives him memberships usually.
Yeah, but after the fact, when he started getting the Derek loves this and that membership bombs, those were all trolls.
I mean, debatable.
And he encouraged them to do this.
Debatable. OIC has played both sides. OIC has turned up in Super Crazy Stream, for example, talked to him, and it's one of those things as well. It's hard to fucking tell with this drama attention fucker. I'm just telling you, it's hard to understand what they actually want. But yeah, this is on Phil.
OIC started it and Phil finished it.
Anyway, so let's just crack on through his big and then we can get to his shitey news segment.
So I go to earnings, I go to memberships. And it literally says, I am down this month over $1,000 in revenue because of the bogus gifted memberships on this channel. That in a normal month, people would have become members or renewed their memberships or gifted legit memberships.
No guarantee of that, Phil.
Nope.
But I've seen you go from 800 members to like fucking 400 in a month. I did a video before where I documented Phil losing like 400 members in a month. And like, that was just, you know, he kept lowering the goal and lowering the goal and lowering the goal and lowering the goal. There's no guarantees that his expired members would have renewed.
And it would have equated to over $1,000. And I don't have that now because these idiots came in with VPNs, abused the system, found the exploit, and gifted so many memberships to the channel that literally nobody is paying for a membership now.
So I'm going to say something very simple, Phil, but it really is good to heed these words. You can't miss what you didn't have. You never had this money in the first place. You're making less money this month than last month. Same. Fucking join the fucking club. So are a lot of fucking content creators out there. The difference is, I mean, for me anyway, this is not a fucking, you know, necessity of living. I have my real fucking adult style job to fucking pay my bills for me. This is just also, you know, get a little extra money, which is great, you know, because I can put it towards my savings for a new home and all that jazz, you know what I mean? But Phil though needs this and like craves this and desires it and demands it. And it's like, it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. He brags about... This is the same stream where he bragged about getting a $100 version of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I got the more expensive version, guys. I couldn't help it. I caved in. By the way, I need you to help me pay my fucking bills. I'm really desperate. Make it make sense. So.
Okay? That's not good. That is awful, and that is going to seriously hurt.
Hold on.
Okay?
There was just something else. Phil was saying that, oh, well, this whole gifted memberships exploit, it's YouTube's problem. YouTube need to fix it. What are YouTube going to do about people using VPNs? Number one. And if they, you know, if they make the prices in all regions the US equivalent, they're probably going to lose profit because people in those countries won't be paying for them, right?
I don't know.
Because it'll be ridiculously expensive.
I'm not entirely clued up.
Like, genuinely. What's a problem for Phil? What's a problem for Phil probably wouldn't be a problem for a multi-billion-dollar company that's an actual successful business, now would it?
It's just... It's so desperate, really. It's just sheer
pathetic,
desperation.
and this is all on him. He could have built his community, and instead he's ruined himself.
He's always his own worst enemy. He has been for years and he still is to this day. He never learns his lessons.
And here's the truth. Is
Yeah, Prophet saying that I'm correct.
that would have been
Thank you
income I
very much.
absolutely should have had.
Here we are.
Because a lot of people either renew or auto renew, or they wait. Like, for example, I get a feeling what would happen is today, a lot of people would have come by the stream and said, oh, so my membership lapsed, but hey, I'm here to watch Like a Dragon, or hey, I'm here to watch Tekken 8 for the first time. Now would be the time when I will renew my membership, or maybe give some memberships to the community, and you already have one. So now you're not going to do that, right? So this is income that I rightly would have had and earned through all of the hard work that I've done this month, and now I'm not going to get it because of trolls. And that's fucking bullshit.
What hard
right?
work?
So you know me. I'm not going to stand here and say, stick it to the trolls, man, and support the channel to stick it to the trolls. Because
That is precisely what you fucking did say though before. You wanted the fucking trolls to get owned by people fucking becoming like super members and submission members on the React channel. You fucking literally said that the other day.
Yeah, Phil was saying, give me money for Baldur's Gate 3 to stick it to the trolls back a couple of months ago.
Oh my god.
When he started the game.
Yeah, Coolump is actually raised. I'm telling you right now, Coolump's actually spot on here. He's only looking at income month over month, assuming he has been honest, but over $1,000 isn't the right number, exactly. Phil's looking at metrics for the last 30 days. And like, obviously last month he was getting a whole bunch of fucking dumbass memberships, I remember as well, so that is unnaturally high in the first place. For fuck's sake. So yeah, Phil, fuck me, man. It's just, you shouldn't be talking about it, Phil. You really should not be fucking bringing it up. It's not anyone's fucking business.
I don't want anyone ever supporting my content to stick it to anything.
And it just
I want you
was
supporting me
you.
and my content because you like it, right? You like what I do on DSP Gaming. You like the style I cover these games. You like the fact that I put all the effort into the throwback channel this month to give you what you wanted after so many years of asking for it. You like the fact that I do this react show every week that's interactive and fun. And
This fucking react show that only gained like fucking 10 members in 2 days.
DSP Throwback isn't something that anybody asked for. The people who asked him for something similar to DSP Throwback were actually asking for DSP to replay Final Fantasy 13, if I'm correct.
And Damien Anderson...
DSP Throwback was something he came up with himself.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
asked him for it.
Exactly, and Damien Anderson's correct in chat as well.
Be wrong,
Today's the
but-
26th. Didn't he just get paid by YouTube? Correct. He did, a few days ago. This week. He was paid this week by YouTube. And here he is begging profusely for money. He is desperate for his membership money and YouTube money in
We
general.
could have
for
a
next month,
Save the
yeah.
Business stream on February.
It may happen. It's close to tax season after all. You know, taxes are going to be due and everything else. Yeah.
it's a year anniversary of it coming up next month, right? I want you to support my content because you like what I'm putting out. Not because you want to show the trolls this or that, none of that, okay? But in truth, I absolutely need your help this week. I need this week to be a really great week for support. Because if it's not, I'm going to be down over $1,000 in memberships alone. Now, it's already a month where I'm behind on ad revenue, and that's okay. That's something that I'm used to happening every January. But never have I faced a situation where not only am I now down on that ad revenue, but now I've got another major chunk of my income missing because of these trolls, okay? Now, how can you support the channel? It's very simple. If you already have a membership because you were gifted it in illegitimate means by these idiots, think about gifting another membership to the community. You could do that. You could pay it forward. And yes, that will help someone else and give them a membership. Or just do a super chat, right? Do a super chat during the stream. To say, hey, I would have bought the membership, but I already have it, so here's a super chat to make up for it, right? Or send a tip. Hey, FYI, I really appreciate the stuff you're doing. Sorry about this nonsense this month. Here's a tip to show my support. Or hey, you want to get something special out of it? Go over to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil and pledge something there. What if you're someone who's not on a stream? You could go pledge to my Patreon for a couple bucks a month. That helps, and that's a lot of people do that behind the scenes. The behind the scenes way to kind of support stuff. And that way you don't have to ever be called out on a stream or anything like that. That's not what you're seeking. Or hey, do a pledge over there and you buy a private video, and I'll make you a private video in February, right? That's the highest level perk over there. So this is just one of the many ways, okay? The many, many ways that you can support this channel, okay? And what's funny is people will say, well, he's asking for something. No, I'm not. I'm not asking for anything. That's revenue I would have.
Fuck off.
Yes, you are.
Fuck off. Fuck.
You are asking for money.
Oh, I can't. I just can't. I'm just going to spam a Scottish soundboard for a while. I'm just
Shut your hole.
There's a good one.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
That's not a good one.
Hello there.
That's not as good.
Welcome to Operation Mindfuck.
I'll fucking do. Oh my god, this is so fucking... Oh, it's so painful.
I'm not asking for anything, but also please give me money. No,
this
you
whole
can't
segment...
keep getting away with this.
This-
I hope for a Save the Business
The
stream.
entire purpose of this particular segment is literally to ask his fans for contributions. He is asking for it. you
Because he
imagine?
needs them. It's tax season, you guys. I might lose the house.
Oh my god. It's
Yeah.
it hurts
This is very satisfying. It really is.
It hurts my tiny brain so badly. I just
The guy who was bragging about his revenue not going down in 2023 is now begging profusely for support because he's endangered.
oh my god.
What?
I want this to end. I'm fucking miserable right now. Thank you very much to Ira for the super chat. It says paying it forward sounds like a pyramid scheme. It really fucking does. Paying it forward, guys. You can help out your community by paying it forward. It does sound like a goddamn fucking pyramid scheme. Oh, for fuck's sake! This is for the most of the stream. He's actually kind of held us back a little bit to an extent, but right here, this is like fucking a full mask off. He's literally fucking spewing off the fucking multiple, so many ways he can fucking squeeze money from his deadheads, and he's trying to list off as many as fucking possible. The thing is, though, if you don't do it for all of them,
the summer last year.
yeah, it's if you don't do it across all of them, it's going to complain.
Down towards the end of the year.
If you prioritise on tips, YouTube money's down. If you prioritise on YouTube, the tip money's down. And what about Patreon? You need to support Patreon. Patreon money's down. You need to support all free channels at once because Throwback channel's down, the React channel's down. You need to fucking support all these free channels at the same fucking time with the same amount of contributions across all three of them, or things are going to support is going to slow for Phil, and he's going to be crying about it and begging about it. And for fuck's sake, just give me
Mike
fucking
Klum
peace.
is gone.
Oh, it's
Mike Klum is gone.
hurts.
I guarantee you it's because Mike Klum is gone, he's masked off like this. I'm stupid like that.
It's possible. I mean, yeah, Mike Klum is no longer a factor, and for this, so yeah, it's him and also Mike. Maybe Mike would have heard about the fucking banning of Argentina and feels like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. Who knows? Anyway, let's just get on it.
Had. These are memberships I already had. You understand? This is stuff that should have been. It says right here, compared to last month's performance, you're down over $1,000 in memberships. Why? Because someone gave them away. You literally just handed out the product without anyone paying for it.
That's how gifted memberships work.
Lame. And yeah, they paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, big ups to Arcestus.
They paid.
Arcestus gifted 5 members earlier on, okay? Those 5 gifted members are a guy
Yeah.
with long hair, Chori Taint, Mike Hunt back again, Crime Bear, and Yami Jackie. Now, none of those 5 paid for the membership because they were gifted to them by Arcestus.
Calling him Drac.
You better not live in Argentina, Arcestus, or so help me, I will... I'm kidding, of course, I'm kidding. But yeah, you get what I'm saying, though? This is how gifted memberships work. This is how they operate. One person fucking fronts the fucking cost of the gifted memberships, and depending on the currency of where they're fucking from, that's what YouTube will receive from them, and that's how it works. That's fucking global economics. Fuck
Sent a
me.
dumb meme, by the way.
You sent a dumb meme. That's no, for you, it's not bad.
Very dumb meme.
Yeah. Was it you that made it, or was this one of your?
I made it.
There we go. Oh, can I chat? See, okay, I can. Why? I mean, I'm sorry, but the discrepancies in head sizes is so weird. Like, this is so unnaturally freakishly small. Not freakishly small, freakishly small. And this one is just no.
It is a little odd, but like, Bill doesn't look anything like Drake. Excuse me. I'm not God. I can't do everything.
They're like separated at birth, I thought. Yeah. The chat agrees. It is dumb. There we go. The chat agrees with me again. Fantastic. There we go. But fuck me, man. This is painful to fucking injure. Right. Well, I'm just gonna let him cook. By the way, Bingo Card's doing quite well. We're 3 burps away from a free space. We have a free space because of the snorts already. They're all looking good there. And yeah, the card's looking quite strong. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 8 away from a full house. Although technically it's only 7 because of the free space. At time go.
And that's not right. And YouTube shouldn't have these loopholes, but they do. Right? And now I'm being hurt pretty badly. All right? And I'm hoping that I can recover from this, because if I have multiple months that are like this could ruin the business. I'm being honest here. Like, it really could screw everything up for me and the business, and that's not fair. What did I do wrong? I'm putting out the same great content for you every month, and you guys like the content. That's what you're here for. So why am I getting punished because YouTube has a loophole and trolls are basically taking advantage of it? It's fucked up, right? And again, people already would have had these memberships. This is not, I'm asking for you to contribute over and above. This is income that would have come in if it weren't for all these fake gifted memberships.
Oh, you can't guarantee that. You cannot promise that. You can't guarantee that.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
you can't.
look, there's a simple truth of the matter. I say this time and time again. Sometimes you get some good months and you get some bad months. You get some well-supported months and you get some not so well-supported months. It's just the nature of the fucking beast, Phil. Especially with being content creator on YouTube. And you're not guaranteed this money. You're not owed this money. You don't have a right to this fucking money. People want to fucking give you money, they'll give you fucking money. It's as simple as that. If they don't want to give you money, they'll sure as shit let you know. And it sounds like only 10 people, you know, promoting their fucking membership to the React submission style one on your React channel. That tells me very clearly you don't have the big massive amount of fucking overwhelming support you think you do from the group of people. You let the gifted memberships get to your head and thinking that you had more fans than you actually fucking did. You saw the massive numbers of hundreds of fucking people getting memberships and you thought to yourself, I have 800 people that fucking like giving me money. When in fact, simple truth of the matter is, you have dozens of people that like giving you a whole bunch of fucking money, if that. It is ridiculous, Phil, and you let it get to your head and you fucking got carried away and you're paying for your own greed, your own avarice for getting consumed by the fucking money that you're expecting to happen, that you're hoping to happen, that you just assumed was going to happen. This is it. 2024.
Oh, I've got a good one.
Oh, on you go. Oh, is it a saying, or is it a quote, or is it some artwork again? If it's artwork, I'm going to
No,
stop.
I was just talking to myself. I forgot to mute myself.
Oh,
My
you go.
bad.
Oh, did you have a point to make about having a good one, or did you just accidentally say that?
No, I didn't have a point. No, I didn't have a point.
You
I just said that and I
you
had
just-
forgotten
you
to
just-
mute myself, that's all.
You just said it loud. I have a good one. That tells me you had an idea, and I'm kind of scared what that idea is now. Because your ideas
Oh, I
generally,
have an idea,
your
alright.
ideas generally involve some horrible artwork. I'm just gonna crack on and go.
So please consider contributing in some other way if you've got one of those gifted memberships. Again, whether it's a super chat or a tip or whatever it may be. I don't want to see this huge negative effect on my business for no reason. You know, here's the thing. It used to be, oh, Phil's lazy and Phil's doing this. Tell me how I'm lazy this year. Improved thumbnails based on your feedback. Improved titles to all of my videos based on your feedback. Playing the games you want, like Baldur's Gate 3, based on your feedback. Increasing the amount of content that I'm putting out by making.
I love how. Hold on,
Right,
hold
stop
on.
him. I'll tell you how you're lazy, Phil.
I was going to
You
challenge
don't
him.
edit your content. You don't even watch it back.
I was going to challenge him point by point. You know, we can challenge every point he's made right here. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's start the first point.
This
Oh yeah,
year.
his view. Oh yeah, by the way,
Improved thumbnails based.
The thumbnails are made by someone else. So it's not Phil, it's making
thumbnails are made by someone else, and also, they're still bad.
I mean, they're better. They're better
They're
than
still
just,
bad.
You know, they're
It's
better
just
than
a random freeze frame.
Yeah.
They're better.
They're better.
I
They're
will admit that they're
improvements.
better.
Yeah.
But they are still bad.
So point one debunked. It's not Phil.
They're
It's someone
a
else making
very
it.
small improvement.
So what's point two again?
on your feedback. Improved titles to all of my videos based on
Improved titles on the videos. Phil.
Improved titles. Your views actually went down
No, it's not.
immediately
it's not
after you
just that.
changed the title scheme.
It's better than that. It's better than that. He improved his titles. You want to know how he improved the titles? He swapped the order of what goes first.
He swapped them around. They're still the same.
It's basically the same title, but he just put the fucking catchy thing at the start.
Just make a short title. And again, I feel like a lot of this comes down to him not editing his stuff, not having a clear idea of what he wants each video to present. Oh, it's just whatever happened on stream in that particular time frame.
Like, what was point
So
three
that's
again?
yeah, your titles are still lazy.
Exactly, it's the same title, they just fucking switched the
Go on.
order. Point three,
on your feedback. Playing the games you want, like ball.
playing the games you want. So that's
Playing games. You play games for a living.
and Phil, when you
You do
directly
nothing but play games. Anyway, go on.
Well, when you directly ask your audience what do they want to see and you wait for an answer from them so you can fucking blame them if the game doesn't get support. This is what I mean by Phil throwing his fans under the bus. Like, because he's like, I'm playing the games you want, so please support it. It's like, well, you demanded to know what they fucking wanted to see. And you weren't going to go anywhere until you got a fucking clear answer as to what to fucking play.
He really needs to talk to somebody. He really does.
Hey, what's it? Okay.
Like, as long as he continues to live in this bubble, as he continues to be delusional, it's wild.
Hey, let's see
it
what
really
point
is.
4 is. Let's see the fourth point.
Baldur's Gate 3 based on your feedback. Increasing the amount of content that I'm putting out by making an entirely new channel.
Nobody asked for a fucking brand new channel for you. You're increasing the content.
And
but
you
it's
aren't
the same old
editing that.
shit.
It's barely even edited. Literally, he just strung together 3 different files. That's it.
Yeah, so the throwback
And he
channel.
didn't do it himself. That's another thing.
The throwback channel, the work that Phil had to do for the throwback channel was upload the raw content so
Upload.
someone else could edit it for him. He uploaded the raw
can't
content so
believe he's
someone
lived in a
else can
bubble
do
for
all
so
the
long.
hard work of digitalizing and remastering
That he
or whatever.
thinks.
And his editors still
Yeah,
content.
and he doesn't
Yeah.
pay them, by the way.
Exactly.
That's offensive. That's offensive.
Oh
Paying
my
your
God.
editors is offensive.
Let's see if Phil has any more
He's
points.
gone
Let's see if Phil has any more points he wants to debunk.
Again, based on your requests and feedback over these years, right? I'm doing exactly what everyone is telling me to do to improve, yet some people seem to think that that warrants them to just try to destroy everything just because they can, right? And this is the
Ah, for God's sake, Phil, shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's just get through
It's
this fucking-
unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is.
Who is everyone? Phil,
Oh, don't you know that the whole world's out to get him?
you're trying.
Did you not
This
understand
is
that the
for
whole
him.
world's against
This
him?
is for himself.
Exactly, but,
These little improvements are all for himself.
but Phil,
And when I say but for himself, I don't mean he actually cares about improving his revenue and such things, because if he did, he would try to make good content, which he doesn't. He just wants to be able to tell himself, oh, well, look, I did this. Give me a pat on the back. Oh, well, look, I did this. You see how this is an improvement? And none of these things are improvements. At least not huge ones, and not enough to make your content much better.
it is important for
It's
Phil
wild.
to
It
convey
really is.
an image to his audience that he is fighting and battling against the entirety of the internet. The narrative that Phil has to spin to his audience
just
is that everyone hates him, that everyone's out to get him, that everyone's trying to fucking destroy him and
Why?
crush him and destroy the community.
Does nobody ask? Does nobody ask why?
Because they hate him. Simple. But he needs to fucking be this eternal fucking victim. And it happens right in the middle of a fucking begment. He's trying his best
It's
to guilt his
frustrating as
audience
all
here.
hell, it really is.
So he's telling his audience, one, he's broke as hell, and he needs help with paying bills, and two, he fucking turns into the whole victim fucking narrative. Oh, the trolls are out to get me, they fucking done fake memberships, and they're attacking me all the time, they call me lazy. He's tying two things together to try and guilt trip his audience into fucking giving him more money because he's a sad boy under attack. He's like, he needs your money, and he's also under attack, so give him more
This
money.
is
It's-
painful.
What the fuck?
point I've been making to you guys all these years.
Painful.
The whole, the reason that we troll Phil is because he's a bad content creator is a smokescreen. It never was legit to begin with. Yeah, maybe when This Is How You Don't Play came out over a decade ago, those original videos were based on let's make fun of Phil because his gameplay sucked. I am not the same person from over 10 years ago. These people who on a daily basis are sitting here trolling me, doing this stuff, no longer care about making a point about I need to improve because I am improving. Sorry, it's indisputable. I'm improving my content.
How are you improving your content when your fucking metrics seem to be going down the way? In terms of views, watch engagement, dollars...
And why are people still making This Is How You Don't Play? I'm sorry.
Oh, hell, man.
Go on.
It's just...
Why are people still making
This is
How You
this
Don't Play?
clip segment is beautiful. We need to let the rest of the segment play out.
This Is How You Do Play.
We need to let the rest of this segment play out because this is just fucking unhinged as all hell.
Problem is they don't care. All they want to do is troll because it makes them feel better about themselves because they actually have no real power in real life for anything. They're losers. They sit on the internet fucking with people all day long. Keep in mind, same people
That's the
sitting
guy
on a
whose
place like
image
Kiwi
was
Farm,
defined by
doxing
his
people
trolls.
nonstop for no fucking reason, right? The same people trying to get into my private life, trying to pry into my behind-the-scenes life and financials and shit. That's none of their fucking business, nor anyone's business,
That
right?
you tell everyone.
It's ridiculous. And now, we found
Phil, if your financials are none of our fucking business, then why are you talking to us about your fucking YouTube finances? You're right, Phil. Your finances are none of our business. So why are you telling us you're down $1,000 in membership? Why? Make it make sense, Phil. If it's none of our business, then why are you making it our business?
another thing to do. Well, I'm not going to let it beat me. I refuse.
Solitary
no matter what they do, I'm going to keep going.
confinement.
Like I said, I will quit making content on the internet the day when I decide I'm quit and I'm done. I decide that. Nobody else. You understand? So I'm going to keep going. And I don't care what these idiots are doing. I don't give two shits. But I need your help. And I don't like having to come out outright to ask for it. I haven't had to do this in years, right? I haven't. If you take a look at the last few years, things have been going pretty good. Last year was a really good year. I would argue that the content got better and the support was great. But now we're starting off this year on a low note because of this nonsense with the memberships, all right? So again, if you like the content, please support it in another way than one of these memberships because I just lost a bunch of revenue on this nonsense and I need to make it up in the next week. Like, no exaggeration, I need to have a really good week this week. And if I do, then I'll feel a lot more safe heading into February. It won't be as big of a deal. But I am nervous now that I'm down, a big down month, and there's going to be another down month. And this is going to be a thing ongoing now because of this membership situation, right? So there you go, right? So here we go again. Someone dropping a 50-member bomb. Do you really think that this is legit? It's probably another troll, you know? And again, you notice every day now we're getting a 50 member bomb on the channel. Am I supposed to celebrate this? You know it's fake, right?
Timing
You
is
absolutely
so
know it's fake.
good.
I don't know who.
I told you,
Do
the
you?
skeptical. I told you, be fucking you're paranoid that it's not fucking real. It's beautiful. Remember though, Phil can
This
apparently
is
tell immediately.
beautiful.
Apparently, he can tell straight away immediately whether it's a troll or a fake. This is not. Oh my god, it's not.
Oh, there we go.
Mind you, that's
How many
not-
is that? How many
that's,
is
that's,
that?
That's another 50. But keep in mind, we're behind DSP by like an hour. We are an hour
What does
behind.
it say there? What is it? What was it called?
Oh, the member name. It was called. Well, Phil banned them straight away, bizarrely.
Jasper something.
But it was called Have a Millie. So Javier Milei. That sounds like an
The actual,
Argentinian name to me. I'll type it in chat in
Yeah,
case.
the Argentinian politician.
What? That's an Argentinian
Isn't he
politician.
some Argentinian politician? Yeah.
So that's definitely fake then. Oh my god. Oh, fuck
This
me.
is your own fault, Phil. So
It's a new leader of Argentina.
again,
Holy fuck. Oh, I guess he's a fan of DSP. Jesus, what a kind and benevolent leader. Thank you, El Presidente.
Person is. Have you ever heard of them before? Of course not. So, it is what it is. Just ignore the nonsense. And please support the channel. That's concerning. Way, if you can. Again, if you can. Please do a super chat. Please do a tip. It's not mandatory. It would be greatly appreciated right now with the way things are going with these trolls. Again,
But I
the
don't
funny part about
believe
this
you
is,
if you
they say, oh, you
can't.
see Phil's e-begging again. Did I do that until you fucked up my income? No. You create the situation, then you complain about it. Like, I chose to do it. I didn't want to change DSP Reacts. I liked how the channel ran for a year. You're the reason I had to change the show. I didn't want to have to talk about this week. You're the reason why. You create the behavior you claim to not like. So you're insane. Literally, you're insane. You're a fucked up individual. Whoever's doing this shit. Okay?
oh lord, it's
Okay.
so good.
Ladies and gents, let's move on. We're going to have shout outs in a bit, but let's move on for now positively, and let's talk about a little segment that I like to say is my favorite segment. By the way, I totally forgot to do this. I didn't do the Phil's Day Off logo. Sorry about that. I completely forgot. It slipped my mind, but we already did the Phil's Day Off segment for this week. But it's
Dumbass.
time for DSPN, also known as DSP News. It's time for us to talk about what's going on in the realm of gaming. Okay? So,
I'm just gonna look. We are like an hour behind DSP. Let's just try and let him cook through the news. Most of it, well, unless he's got some sort of strange spicy hot take.
1.75 speed.
Yeah, I don't want to miss things accidentally because let's go. Okay, 1.75. But yeah, most of the time anyway, it's not really fucking news.
first of all, a few stories from a few days ago that I didn't get to. It's been announced publicly by Nintendo that online services for the Nintendo 3DS as well as the Wii U console will be sunsetted on April 8th, 2024. Okay? So what that means, what that means is essentially that if you have any games on the 3DS that you want to play online, you better play them now. If you have a Wii U game that has an online component, you better do it right now. Like, you have to. Because if you don't play it by April, there's no more online play for anything on those. Now, people have reached out to Nintendo to ask questions about this. For example, will it still be possible to download update data or any software that you've already purchased? Well, it says, for the foreseeable future, it will still be possible to download update data and re-download purchased software. But it says only for the foreseeable future, meaning they're not promising it forever. At any moment, they may turn that off. Okay? By the way, one of the biggest...
Isn't that true for any fucking game though? That's hosted online? No game is guaranteed to be online fucking forever, Phil. So naturally, Nintendo will be fucking very careful with how they word things like that. There is not a single game on this fucking planet that will fucking promise you it'll be online forever. Also, yeah, as Cullen points out, this is really old news. Remember that Phil has a whole bunch of news he wanted to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just giving up on that old news, he's like, nah, I'm going to just save it for another day, so it's outdated as fuck.
features of things, for example, the 3DS was the ability to go to like a convention or to go to a gaming event and to have your 3DS open, and it had that social aspect. Remember those little avatar things that would be in there, the Miiverse or whatever it was called? So all of these characters would like meet and interact, and you earn items and things online for running into other people wirelessly. And
You see something?
Yeah, I said it was called Street Pass. If I'm correct,
Oh,
that is.
I thought
It
he
was
said,
called
can you
Street Pass.
pause? I thought Street Pass. I thought he said, can you pause? He says pass. My bad. I was so confused. Yeah, I think it was called Street Pass, yeah.
essentially what they're saying is the online servers aren't going to work anymore. Is it called Street Pass? There you go. So I guess what people are saying is the Street Pass essentially will be dead. Like, it won't work at all anymore.
You're right.
With no online component, you can't ever log in with the Nintendo server to confirm your progress with Street Pass. So that's going to be dead. The thing that kills me about it is that a lot of games, like for example Mario Kart, right? Like, why would you want to buy Mario Kart for the Wii U or for the 3DS when you can't ever play it online, and that's the major component of the game, right? So it's basically the game's dead now. So I guess some people are freaking out about it, some aren't. The truth is, if you haven't noticed, most major Wii U games, especially the big first-party ones, have been remade, right? And they've all been re-released, upgraded for the Switch. And I think that was a strategy they definitely did on purpose. They knew they wanted to sunset the Wii U as soon as possible, and they knew that most people weren't going to buy a Wii U to play those games, so they just decided that they were going to, they just decided that they were going to port them all to the Switch because everyone bought the Switch, so they could resell those games with the same assets essentially, but then they could get rid of the Wii U stuff, right? So anyway, interesting. Give it a look. If you want any of that stuff, you might want to play it right now because there will be no more online playing any of those games in just a few short months. Okay. Pal World continues to be the best-selling game. I believe it did it hit 8 million? I think it hit 8 million now sales. In a week, I think it was. I don't know because this story was back from a couple days ago when I first captured it, and of course a couple days have passed. But yeah, Pal World continues to be like the best-selling game right now. In addition, it is the highest concurrent player game on Steam.
Phil said addition, so we can tick that off the board as well.
Burger.
Also,
5 in a row. That's
This is
concerning.
really quite promising.
Also,
Yeah, there's some more art.
no, I was gonna say 8 million was an interesting number.
Oh, no. Come on. 8 million is a lot more than that.
Jesus.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million. 6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up, right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one.
The bar's being raised.
It's too good. I fucking had to do it. All right, so I got my thing out the way. Meester made some more artwork, and yeah.
Name him.
Name him?
Give him a name. Give him a name. I'm not doing it.
Well, you titled
Too
him.
lazy.
You titled him film on the fucking file. You can see at the top there. You titled it film.jpg. So
Yeah, but that's awful.
so is it art. Ooh, I felt mean. That felt mean, but at the same time, no regrets. Someone says a mystery. For fuck's sake. Jesus there. Film. Is that a golem? Film. I don't know. I'm not good at fucking naming names. Anyway, let's just let Phil cook for the fucking news.
And it's still going crazy. Nintendo, particularly, Game Freak, the company that's part of the Pokemon company, the company that makes Pokemon games, was contacted by professional, by the press. And the press said, yo, what are you doing about this? Because it's obvious that Pal World is an intellectual property ripoff of Pokemon. Are you going to take any action? Or are you going to do anything about it? And essentially the person who's the rep, the PR rep for the Pokemon company said, we go through this kind of thing all the time. We're currently looking into it. And we will look into it. And that's all they said. So does that mean anything? I mean, they would have to prove that basically it's a real ripoff as opposed to, oh, we kind of, tweaked it a little bit to change it. Personally, I do think that the Pals are Pokemon ripoffs. Every one of them reminds me of a Pokemon. Every single one looks like another Pokemon and just redesigned slightly. So I do feel like it's a humongous ripoff. The art style 100% is Pokemon, right? But the question is, legally, is there anything Nintendo can do? Right? I don't know. I don't know what the legal ramifications are. Also, you gotta keep in mind this is all international stuff now, right? You got Japan versus the laws in another country. What's the international law that applies to intellectual property in this case? I don't know. I'm not a legal dude, so I guess it's something we're gonna have to see. I mean, it's crazy how popular the game is.
I know next to nothing about this Pal World versus Nintendo thing, but as far as I'm aware, it wouldn't be an international lawsuit because both developers are Japanese, right? Both companies are based in Japan.
According to No Signal, that is the case. Both games are developed in Japan.
Yeah, Pocket Pair is also Japanese.
Whatever happens, fucking happens. Nintendo were quick to shut down a fucking mod of the fucking thing where somebody modded Pal World, so it was like fucking Ash Ketchum with Pokemon. The thing is, this game is doing very well. But it's like in this.
I don't honestly think Nintendo care very much. Because it wasn't like Pal World was some bombshell the developers dropped out of nowhere. From what I can understand, it was being publicly developed, wasn't it?
Ira says Pocket Pair is Japanese. The game has been publicly in development for 3 years. If Nintendo was going to sue, they would have done so years ago. So there you go. There's all those points right there. Phil I mean, basically, I mean, if any company's going to sue another company, they've got to try and sue somebody based on the claim that something was actually, like, you know, directly stolen or ripped off. Is the game code unique, or is it the same fucking game code? Are the assets unique, or the same fucking assets? Is the stories? If the games are stories, identical fucking stories, or the creatures, or is too similarly fucking named or whatever? I'd say this is a problem. They're both Japanese games. If it does go to some sort of court, there's a problem for the Japanese court to decide, and the Japanese public as well to an extent. If it goes to a, you know, I don't know how these things are determined, if it's actually a court decision or whatever. Who knows? But I mean, to me, if there's no direct copying going on, and it's just somebody took an idea but made it better, then Nintendo don't really have a leg to stand on in that regard, do they?
What I was told was that there's no fair use in Japan. Now, I'm not certain what that means because I'm not a lawyer. But I understand that Nintendo would probably win the case. That's what I was told. Again,
well, Nintendo are a big
I
mighty
place no value on
corporation,
that.
so it's
Take
hard.
it with a grain of salt.
It's not usual for big massive corporations to like lose lawsuits. Usually because they just fucking throw lawyers and
there's
money
the
at it,
100
you know.
likes, by the way.
Oh, we have 100 likes, fantastic stuff. Well, in that case, we have a second free space for the bingo card and a bingo stream, and as well as another free space for the card. You guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation. That Pixar animations, so very kindly made for us all to enjoy. Remember, keep an eye in the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. Good cat. Fantastic, so we've got 2 free spaces, which means we are 4 away from a full house. I pressed the button again by mistake. Oh well, you get to enjoy the balls one more time. Shoot him again. That's a good cat, again. I pressed the fucking button twice, my bad. Okay, let time go.
And they now made hundreds of millions of dollars. They've already announced that they're going to improve the game dramatically because they made so much money on it now that they're going to do all kinds of new content and things that people want. Like people want endgame raids, they want other stuff like that. And they said, yes, we're going to do all of that eventually. So that'll be interesting. But I guess we'll see. I mean, is it a shocker that the game is as successful as it is? Yes. At the same time, people have been asking for how many years we just want a better Pokemon game. We're tired of Pokemon games looking like 2 last-gen behind games, running like trash on the Switch. All we're asking for is a Pokemon game that looks modern. And the actual company making the Pokemon games refuses to give it. So if they're not going to give the product and someone else will, what did you think would happen? Honestly, did you think that people were just going to say, oh, on the good merit of our morals, we're not going to play Pal World because obviously it's ripping off Pokemon? No, people have asked for it, you won't give them what they want, they're going to get it somewhere else, right? This is like saying, I have a restaurant, and even though people like the food at the restaurant, they've been asking for me to have this particular dish for 3 years. They said, we know you would do it amazing, just please give us this one dish. And the owner said, I refuse. All I'm going to do is stick to my main menu and never do anything innovative or different. This is good enough. So then a competitor opens up across the street and their featured dish is the dish that everyone has asked for at the restaurant and they won't do it, and all the customers go across the street to eat the dish across the street. Whose fault is that? Right? If you do not listen to your customer base, you will lose them. I know that. It took me a long time to learn that, but I know that now. I have to listen to all of you and take in all of your feedback on what it is that you want from me. And I need to find a way to give you what you want. That's the law of business, right? Just because someone makes something doesn't mean that someone's entitled to partake in it or pay for it or buy it, right?
Oh my god. The lack of self-realization, him saying that right now, is astonishing. That is staggering. That he can say that and not realize that.
Annoying.
Oh my god. I can't believe you just said those words.
Annoying food analogy. Defiantly incorrect. And literally no self-awareness. Wow.
I just can't believe you said that.
Look, Scarlet and Violet were undeniably bad games. Right? But let's look. I don't really know how to express this. But who is DSP talking about when he says people were asking for this and that? Really?
Apparently, people in his ear, people who email him behind the scenes and all that shit. Apparently, all of them.
The voices in his head.
Oh, for God's sake. It's so painful.
Because I've seen many people complain. I've seen many people complain about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but not a single person complained about Pokemon Legends Arceus, which came out earlier in the same year.
Yeah.
The problem was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet being bad games. Oh, well, they look like this and that on the Switch and they run like whatever. No, that was the Scarlet and Violet's problem. Nintendo fans are not the people you seem to think they are, Phil.
Oh, definitely no. He definitely doesn't have a clue about fucking Nintendo fans. That's how much is clear. Things like Zelda, for example, they've roasted his ass for that.
You need to make something that people want. If literally your customer is, we want this, we'll pay for it. Well, we refuse to give it to you. All right, fuck you, someone else made it. I'm gonna go play that instead. Oops, maybe you should have listened. All these years that you ignored your customer base, maybe you should have listened. It's your fault, right?
Oh yeah, and then
Anyway,
he plays Nintendo
let's see what
games
happens.
and he
We'll see if
says,
lawsuits start
"Why is
flying."
nobody?"
All right, ladies and
checking?"
gentlemen, obviously the biggest news story right now. It just hit the news yesterday. It's atrociously awful news. All right, Microsoft, which just bought Activision Blizzard King, right? The merger is currently in the processing stages of being. It is finalized, but they're basically adjusting everything internally. Microsoft has laid off 1,900 employees, mostly from Activision Blizzard. Tons of people in the industry just lost their jobs. They actually had a long time, one of the executives at Activision Blizzard, Mike Ibarra, he's gone. He got the axe. And tons of people under him and or teams who worked on those games are gone. There was a big game they've been working on for something like 6 years called Odyssey. They completely canceled the game and laid off the whole dev team. It was a survival game. I'm reading it right here. Let's see. Alan Adam, who was the chief design officer and the company's actual founder of Blizzard, has left as well. He's gone. And it was such a mess that the news of the layoffs hit the press before the employees knew. So the employees found out that they were probably going to get laid off by reading social media. It wasn't like they were told internally this is coming. It was this shocking thing that just happened out of nowhere. And so over the last 24 hours, people sit at their desks at work nervously biting their fingernails, and then they get the email, you're basically out of here. Clean out your desk, you know, HR comes by. Oh, I know, I've been through that. HR comes by. Sorry, we gotta go to HR, you're being laid off. Pretty messed up. One of the most telling things, and boy guys, when I'm right, and I don't like being right all the time, but I'm right on certain things, and sometimes people ignore me. All right, listen to this.
Oh no.
Microsoft shut down the entire department that was dedicated to bringing Xbox games to physical retail. They laid them all off. There is literally not a single employee at Microsoft that will not make games physical copies anymore. What did I tell you guys?
Bastard.
Just recently, right? We were talking about Alan Wake had no physical release, right? I mean, this is what's going to happen moving forward. These game companies no longer want to make physical copies of games. They just want to do everything digital. They feel like the majority of sales are digital, and no one is going to benefit from having a physical copy. Either you play the game digitally or you don't play video games. It's time to get used to it. First of all, one thing should be called out. Mobile games are the biggest video games in the world. They're the most profitable, and they have no physical copies. Okay? So that's just something that, you know, it's inevitability. When the biggest thing in the world for your genre or your style of entertainment is already digital only, then everything else is going to go that way. And that's really the thing, like when you think about it. The entire industry, right, is going for cost cutting. They're trying to make maximum profits with minimum effort. I hate to say it, that's what the direction the whole industry is going, right? This is one of the first things you're going to see. You're not going to be able to go to a store and buy a video game anymore.
Okay. Coolump apparently has something legit to add to this. On. Yeah, well, Coolump can hop on if he wants to. It's on Coolump. Just go. Just bounce your ass in there and let's see what you got to say. So Coolump apparently has something legit to add to this, you know, his own take or his own expertise and knowledge. So Coolump, what's in your mind, pal?
So this is how you can tell Philly child has never worked a real fucking job. I used to work for Washington Mutual Bank. A few years ago, they were bought out by Chase. Now, when I started working there, we started seeing the stock slip, and of course, you know, that's a preamble for being bought out. We got our thankfully I wasn't working that way, but my team received thousands upon thousands upon thousands of calls asking, hey, are you guys still here? Why? Because it did get leaked to the media. And that's the big phrase here, leaked. Someone in the media leaked it before it was announced. Internal documents are probably not going to show, hey, there's going to be a whole bunch of layoffs. It's going to be showing everything's fine, guys. Don't worry. We're good to go. Just keep coming into work. And this whole shit about physical copies, that's been going away for a decade. Most people buy, or at least in my experience, most people buy digital copies.
Yeah, it's the way of the world. Simple as that.
That's not even fucking new. I'm sorry. This is something that I've actually lived through.
Yeah.
Being bought out is a thing.
It's common in business. It's not just gaming either. It's common in business in general. Like you'll see it. I work for a bank, and sometimes there are layoffs in different teams, in different departments, in different locations. But that will never come out, you know, like that. You know what I mean? They won't. Those teams and departments will still be told, you know, there's a reallocation of work and resources, whatever. It's usually worded differently. Sometimes it ultimately means this location's getting shut down entirely, this team's getting shut down entirely. And if you're lucky, you'll get moved to a different fucking team. But sometimes it's just, yeah, the simple, you know, cutting through all the fucking corporate BS fucking narrative is, yeah, some people are going to fucking lose their jobs. And yeah, so it's the way.
And there's one more thing to add on top of this, and I don't know if he'll get to it They just settled that sexual law, a whole bunch of parts of that sexual assault lawsuit that popped up in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, they just finally settled parts of it. And he's trying to act like a whole bunch of layoffs wasn't going to be happening. Of course Microsoft was going to clean house. That lawsuit's going to be expensive enough as is, and now they might have to deal with some of those people? Fuck no. Clean house. Get those assholes out of there. You have multiple complaints and HR for you. You're gone.
Kind of makes you wonder.
Oh,
why...
no, it's just because Microsoft's a bunch of assholes. That's the reason they're losing their job. No other reason.
But why is the merger happening if the... Obviously, it's a big name, but it's a tainted name. You know?
It originated before the lawsuit came out.
Oh, right, okay. So
like the whole thing with Microsoft has been going on for like 5-6 years.
Okay, I can see that now. Okay, no worries, I can see that now.
But no, I had to say that because he's never worked in a job where there's more than probably 20 employees. And you can tell because whenever he's talking about, well, in the corporate world, no, you haven't worked a corporate job. Work a job where you have 10,000 employees, and I'm not talking like a Walmart. I'm talking you go into an office every day. Some days you're going to show up and you're going to see entire teams gone.
Apparently there's a problem with the connection with our audio levels. I don't think it's you. I think it's something to do with the stream in general. Like, I'm not going to drop frames, but this happened the other day with the music, when the music went weird for the audience, but it was fine for me. And I'm fearing it's happening again, but it's with our audio. Like, there's no problem.
I'm going to hop off here. I just wanted to say that because that's a bug under my skin. A lot of this other stuff, he's just a shitty gamer. He's a shitty streamer. Never talk about your fucking money on stream ever. That is no one's business but his. Oh, I'm not understand. No, you're not.
Yeah, big time.
January?
Yeah. It's January goes, it's just the way it goes. January so sometimes. Yeah, but apparently the audio levels is very bad. I'm going to check this out and try and fix this, I think, because everyone in the audience is having problems right now, I think. I might need to stop the stream and restart it again briefly to see if that fixes it. But,
I'm just gonna hop off. I just want to say my piece about that because that is something I went through and I know exactly how it is to come in one day and go, oh, we lost our teams. Okay, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Apparently I sound okay, but it's just you. I don't know if it's just you or is this, it could be Discord. It could be Discord having the problem as well in general coming through for the audience, okay? But I do appreciate you coming on anyway, Q-Lamp. I do, and thank you very much for sharing your own takes, your own also life experience dealing with this kind of situation. So I definitely do appreciate that. But yeah, I think it could very well be Discord having these issues in general. If I'm sound okay, then it's not the audio of that. It's more like it's that audio channel in particular for Discord. It seems to be having issues right now. I'm not sure how I could fix that though on the fly. But thank you, Q-Lamp, for hopping on. I do appreciate it. Meester, are you still there? You were trying to say something to see if it's Discord. I'm not even sure Meester's there. Naturally, Meester's not there. Meester's fucked off. Well, in that case, then Discord audio issues shouldn't be a problem. Meester did tell me he may have to disappear at some point because the internet is iffy as hell. Plus, he did warn me beforehand he may have to vanish at some point. So I think Meester has vanished. But yeah, let's just crack on with the bingo. Let's just keep on going. We're doing quite well on the card. I do apologise for the audio issues. I don't know why it's done that again. It done it the other day with the Windows Media Player audio track, you know, with that screwed up on stream for people, and now it seems like it's done it again. It's this sort of Discord audio mixer thing. I don't get why it's done that twice in 2 days, and I'm not entirely sure how I can fix that. But I will try and look into it, and I'll try and troubleshoot, and we'll see what I can do. Sorry again, guys.
You just gotta go to the digital marketplace, whether it's the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Live Store, the Nintendo Store, Steam, Epic Games Store, whatever it is, and you have to buy all your games off of there. There's nowhere else you'll be able to get video games. You're gonna have to, and it's inevitable. Oh, but what about the fact that you don't own the game if you do the digital version? You don't own the game now. Just because you physically have a game in your hand, you don't own the game. You own a license to play that game. If you owned the game, you have the legal right to copy and resell it. You don't. You can't do that. So you never owned the right to the game to begin with. That was just some weird, misconceived notion we all had in our heads for many years that we owned video games. We don't own any video games. We don't. Sorry. You know, and now that everything is digital, we're gonna have to get used to it if we're gamers. All right, listen, I don't like it. I really don't like it. But that's just the way it's going, man. And there's nothing you can do about it. This is the industry. Microsoft don't give two shits. Right? They just don't care. And what's really fucked up about all of this is that now that this Activision Blizzard merger went through, they were literally just saying, hold on. They were literally just saying, isn't it messed up that Bobby Kotick, the former CEO of Activision Blizzard, who just left the company, got the axe in this merger, received a $400 million payout to leave. Do you think maybe some of the $400 million he received could have went to some employees so they didn't lose their jobs? Right? Because ultimately when you cut employees, it's because you're saying we're reforming, we're cost cutting, whatever. So why the fuck did he get a payout? It's just the whole industry and corporations in general are fucked. Like, the people who don't deserve it get it, and the people who need it the most, who do you think really worked hardest at that company? Was it Bobby Kotick or all the people under him who made the games? It was the people who made the games. So he gets the reward, they lose their jobs. Wow, that makes a lot of sense, right? You would think that if you're in the middle of a giant industry-shaking merger, that things are going to go good for you. Why are you laying off almost 2,000 people? It's fucked up. I don't know, man. But I always, in these cases, I gotta side with the game devs. As much as I play video games and I rage at them and I say, oh, this part sucks, what happened? You gotta understand that 99% of the time, the issue is not a game dev. The game dev wants to put out a good game for you. Do you really think it's a person who works at a game company and they come in and they sit down at their desk and they go, time to make the shittiest game I can, let's fuck it all up. Let's make sure there's huge game bugs, your saves corrupt, the camera's fucked, let's do this. Right? No. They go in like anyone else. They go in with a feeling of positivity and fun. They want to make a great piece of art for you. They want to make a game you're truly going to enjoy. It's not their fault that the games come out sometimes the way that they do. Usually it's the management. The Bobby Koticks, that's usually the reason why the games come out like shit. Because these people impose ridiculous demands and money-making criteria on these fucking games. Instead of just being able to make a good game, you're going to fucking get screwed over. And you got to rush out a piece of junk so that it hits the right sales time and it can hit the bottom line of the company for the right quarter's financials, right? A lot of these companies have just lost their way when it comes to that. They don't understand if you just make a good game, you'll make the money. It's not about design the game for the money. It's design a great game, and then that game makes you the money. It's cause and effect. It's not make a game that prints money. You can't do that, But these idiots in corporate positions don't get that. Hilarious that Bobby Kotick started off as like a beloved guy, and over the years everyone just hated him more and more. And then when he left the company, everyone just said, oh, we have nothing good to say about this guy. So, anyway, it sucks. I feel for all these employees. They don't deserve to lose their jobs because a merger went through, This is what happened with me at the helicopter company. When I started working at HSI, everything was fine. And then basically what ended up happening was they kept downscaling our company. It was bought out by Sikorsky Aircraft, and then it just kept getting downsized, outsourced. No one even works at that company anymore. Seriously, the entire company was outsourced. So
he actually fucking spun it back around to the goddamn helicopter story. Oh, for fuck's sake. God, give me fucking strength.
Oh, it's bullshit. It's a horrible corporate practice. Again, you think if Microsoft's buying Activision Blizzard, this should mean good things for the company, not that so many employees are now losing their means of livelihood. Actually, you want to know what's even worse? Earlier in the week, Riot Games had a giant layoff of tons of employees. And I actually saw someone post up on social media. He says, so earlier in the week, we got word that Riot Games was laying off and I lost my job. And then my wife works for Activision Blizzard and she's like, oh, God, I hope that doesn't happen. And she lost her job. So now the entire family's unemployed. Great. It's pretty fucked up, right? It's pretty fucked up. What is going on in this industry? You gotta wonder, with so many people losing their jobs in the game dev industry, what's really going on? Was there a feeling of overexuberance where these companies were overspending and overreaching their bounds with unrealistic sales expectations for certain games that they were making? Did they really think, like, for example, Activision Blizzard, maybe they literally just thought every single game they ever made was going to be a hit, right? Maybe they thought every game we're going to release is going to be out of the ballpark smash hit. But then they did it, what was it, that Diablo re-release, and everyone hated that, right? It was Diablo 2, everyone hated that, and Overwatch 2, everyone hated that, right? And, there's been struggles retaining members, subscriptions for things like World of Warcraft and stuff over time. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just all so massively expected that everything they ever did was going to be successful, and then they started actually having things that weren't so successful, and that's when you kind of flounder. Maybe that's what made the Activision Blizzard buyout possible to begin with, right? I don't know. This is all speculation. We're the people who play the games, right? We don't actually know what's going on behind the closed doors of these companies, but you gotta wonder what's really happening at these companies. All these things are happening. Riot Games, I mean, let's be honest. Riot Games, that's League of Legends. That company is overbloated. I mean, I can't imagine why it ever was as successful as it was besides esports. Like, the esports thing blew it up so big with League of Legends. And now, we're gonna do this spin-off, this mobile game over here, this over here, we're making a fighting game now, we're doing this. It's like, who's the audience for all of that? The same people who play League of Legends? I don't know. I get the feeling like Riot Games just massively overestimated. They were trying to ride this giant wave of popularity for one game and just overexpanded monstrously. Right? And then it said, oh shit, actually no one's gonna buy any of this shit that we're trying to put out. League of Legends still remains popular, but all the other shit on the periphery was never gonna be that popular, and so a lot of people end up getting, laid off in the process, right? Oh, they made Valorant? I didn't even know they made Valorant. Okay, so Valorant, so they do have another game now that actually was very popular, Valorant. That's another one that I would never play. Very PC-centric, right? It's weird. A company like that's so PC-centric, but got so popular based off of one game and blew up like that. Anyway, that's what's going on right now in the realm of gaming. You got tons of people losing their jobs left and right. Microsoft essentially is saying with their statement, laying off that whole team, we're just not going to make physical games anymore, deal with it. Everything's digital, and everyone's kind of like, oh crap, what's going to happen, right? Yeah. Sheesh. Anyway, all right. That's the news. Now, guys, before we get the shout-outs, I gotta blow my nose, I feel like I'm about to sneeze.
Oh, excuse me.
He actually burped before he left his fucking chair. That's fantastic. We are one burp away from a free space. Look at all this dead air. Yeah, exactly. So much dead air. I'm glad we got it picked off already, though.
Fuck you, Phil.
You, Phil.
That's better. Whooey. Okay. All right. So let's get the shout outs, guys. Again, another quick reminder. Please, this week, if you like my content, support it. I really.
Oh my god, he actually managed to squeeze in our fucking segment right before reading out the fucking contributions. I would laugh my fuck. I know it's not the case. I know he's actually received plenty of like fucking super chats and. Well, I don't know about tips, but he's definitely received super chats because I've seen him pop up messages. The wee notifications in the corner over here. I would have laughed my fucking arse off if I received fuck all after all that begging I done earlier on, but I know that's not the case.
We need to have a great week to try to recover from the over $1,000 of lost revenue from this whole gifted memberships debacle. So please, anything, like literally anything else, whether it be a legit membership, a gifted membership, a super chat tip. I'm not asking for any particular thing. I'm just saying please support if you can this week. You know, that rallying would really help me, especially during this new release week. Okay? Okay. So. Shout out to King Be Cruel, who did a super chat this morning. He says, "What it do, Mr. Big? Please do English voice acting for Infinite Well." Oh, we did, right? We did the English voice actors for Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I want to hear those same voice actors again. So I think it only makes sense to do the English voice acting. Now I'm gonna say this.
But didn't Yakuza? Didn't they replace the English voice actor though? Or Kiryu or something? One of the kind of big main roles, the English voice actor got replaced. I think it's for Kiryu. I'm not sure.
I don't want to hear everyone bitching about the English voice actor for Cosmic Kiryu. It'll be the first time I'm ever hearing it, and I will be honest about my reactions about it. If it's terrible, I will tell you. If it's not so bad, I'll also tell you. But I don't want to hear this dumb meme, oh, the English voice actor sucks, let's just make fun of it every moment. No. It's gonna get tired in like 2 seconds, alright? So let's see how it goes, alright? 672 gifted a legit membership to Raston Floor Warden. Or Roston Floor Warden. Congratulations, and thank you for...
How do you know it was a legit gifted membership, Phil? Did you audit fucking 672's fucking... Did you dock 672 to see where he fucking lives? How have you ascertained that that gifted membership was valid and legitimate?
Yeah, and I got David did a super chat, and he says, "I appreciate your effort and your consistency. I like your content. I'm a new reviewer. Keep going. I like your channel and the structures. Thank you, David." I know there's a little something for everyone. You want old school gameplay from back in the day, and of course a very different style of commentary. Go check out DSP Throwback. You want to see a fun clip show where I react to stuff from all over the internet, big variety show? Check out DSP versus the internet. You like daily live streams of newer releases and ongoing playthroughs? Check out DSP Gaming. You want to see a fun podcast? Check out the Level 1 podcast. Right? You got all this stuff going on all at once. So again, thank you, David. I'm glad that you enjoy the stuff that I do. Okay, so looks like we've got the first tip of the day is a $5 tip from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. What a name. And they said the following. I don't know if you'll touch upon this or not. In Tekken 8 news, fans on Twitter are now begging the game director, Harada, that's his last name, right, Harada, to add Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII as a guest character in Tekken 8. What are your thoughts? I have no idea. Tekken always has guest characters now, but every time there's a guest character, people hate it. Like, for example, do you remember Tekken, was it 6? I forget which one it was. Or was it 7? That had Negan, right? And had, it had like 2 or 3 oddball people who don't belong in Tekken, but they really wanted guest characters, and they got them, right? And then, of course, the character that everyone says ruined the game was Akuma. That the moment Akuma was added to Tekken, that he's just broken. He doesn't fit with the Tekken formula. He never should have been in it. And it ruined Tekken 7. And, you know, entire tournaments are like Akumas, right? So, I'm happy Akuma's not in Tekken 8, thank God. But does that mean immediately you should start adding in guest characters again? Maybe you should stick to the core audience. Like, for me, I hate that they're missing characters that I used to play with back in the day. Like, where's Lei Wulong? He was one of my favorite characters. He's not in it. So I'd like to see them add back the missing characters before we start worrying about adding in guest characters, right? I hate to say, I just think that there's people who are out there just for like the stupid meme ability and hype of a guest character, right? Like Mortal Kombat 1, no one gives 2 fucks about the game, but then everyone's like, oh my god, Omni-Man's in it. Oh my god, Homelander's in it. No one cares. The game sucks. I don't fucking care who you put in that game. The game still's terrible, so I don't give 2 fucks who's in it. But you have people meme about it for like a week when a new character gets added. You know, so I don't really care about the guest characters. I never really did. I wish that they would stick to their guns about the base cast or add a brand new character as opposed to a guest character, right? Okay, shout out to Big Ocho. Just gifted a membership and went to Iron Chef Sakai. Congrats, Iron Chef Sakai, to get the membership. Thank you to Big Ocho. Okay, I received a very generous $50 tip from Skiz Nillet. Thank you so much, Skiz Nillet. $50 tip there this morning. Hold on a second when I find
the begment worked. His life is saved.
Find it. There we go. Skiz Nillet. What a name. Skiz Nillet. Which means Gunnar Glass is time to start, which is excellent. Thank you so much, Skiz Nillet. And he said, you know I received some gifted memberships on all of your channels here. Sorry about the trolls. Please keep up your great content. Thank you, Skiz Nillet. See, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that because Skiz Nillet is probably someone who would have come by and done the legit memberships. And I can't because they got the gifted ones, right? So thank you very much, Skiz Nillet. I appreciate that very, very much. That's exactly what I'm saying. And hopefully more people this week will follow suit to help make up for this. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Okay. I just want to reload here. Okay, I received... Oh, wow, this is loading like molasses. I received a $25 tip from 1 Minute Man. Thank you very much, 1 Minute Man, every single day for your ongoing support of all of my streams and content. I really, really appreciate that, 1 Minute Man. Thank you so very much. So 25, that means we're up to 80. Thank you, 1 Minute Man. Okay. All right. I received a $1 tip from Carl Snow. I feel like the Pokemon Company posted that statement just to tell people to shut up about Power World. They heard it. I don't think any action will be taken. I don't know if any can. I mean, it's one thing to knock it off, which they definitely did knock it off. I mean, we know that. It's a knockoff game, but did they violate the law? Did they go too far? The game doesn't technically play like Pokemon because it's not turn-based, right? I guess if they did trademark the physical appearance of the Pokemon, which I know they did, I guess that would be what they would take them to court for. I don't know. This would be a really tough one. I don't think we've seen anything like this before in a game, so I don't know how technically it would go, especially because the game's out for sale and making tons of profit right now, right? So I don't actually know what would happen. Could there actually be an injunction that says no one can further buy the game or something like that? I wonder, right? I don't know. We're going to take just a few quick minutes for some Q&A, guys. I knew today's podcast would be long because we had the Phil's Day Off segment and a bunch of game news. So if anyone has a question, please tag me in the chat. Tito Man is saying, I'm enjoying Tekken 8. I love the gameplay. Did your wife get it? Yeah, there's a whole segment about that on the show. Just rewind. You'll see that a whole segment about my day off and how Kat enjoys the game, and we loved it. Lady Christmas said the game has been known about for 3 years. If they were going to do something about it, they would have by now. Yeah, but you know what the funny part is that I get the feeling that a lot of companies don't take action until something's a real threat. Like, for example, what if the game didn't sell? Then why did they care? Why sue them, right? Versus, oh, now the game's a ginormous hit. It's actually more popular than Pokemon itself, so now maybe they want to sue them. I don't know. Jade says, character episodes are not long, 5 fights each, and I think you'll love the story. Thank you, Jade. Duke says, I don't get why anyone would want a PC. Why pay $3,000 when you can get a console for 1/6 the price? PC Master Race, take the L. Here, listen. I feel like, number one, PCs are amazing because you can do so much with them. They're very versatile, right? A PC isn't just a game machine. It can do a million other things, which is really awesome. Emulation is huge on PC, and so many people play so many games on PC just because of that, right? Mods. Gaming mods are humongous on PC and very popular. You know, you play any of these open world RPGs, they just play better on PC with a bunch of mods installed. So I get that, too. And if you have the optimal hardware setup and you manage to get the game running perfectly, games will also be running better on PC and looking better. But I feel, in your case, what you bring up, it's a good point, it's a valid point. PCs have too many factors involved. How many people these days complain that the PC port of a game sucks at launch? They're even saying Tekken 8 sucks on PC right now. Literally, people are coming out and saying, yeah, it's terrible. It runs like shit on PC right now. They're waiting for it to be fixed or optimized. It's like, it just seems to be a common thing. Games, in general, don't run well on PC at launch unless they were PC-centric games designed specifically for PC at launch, and then they got ported to console, like what happened with Baldur's Gate 3. Apparently, Baldur's Gate 3 is great on PC. It's only console that might have some problems, so I totally can see that. Let's see. Big Mac gifted a membership and it went to Jaden. Congrats, Jaden. Thank you so much, Big Mac, for supporting the channel. No Sleep Real Vibes popping their membership, re-upping membership message. Sorry. He said, I got Tekken 8 Deluxe. My name is Law. I wonder how Law plays in this one, if he's very similar to his previous iterations, or if he's different. Like I said, King looks like they really redesigned him in this one to be a different style of character, which is kind of interesting. I guess we'll see. Let's see here. Will I ever play Stray again? I don't know. I have no place to play it anytime soon, but maybe I would replay it at some point. King's looking like top tier so far. From what I've seen, here's the thing. Here's what you can't figure it out yet. His new techniques are very overpowered. Like, for example, this Jaguar Rush into an unescapable throw seems really strong, as well as his new super armor, right? His new super armor looks great. But here's the catch about that. Maybe we'll find a way to counter them. And if you find a way to counter them, if that was his only new techniques, well, then he's kind of back down to being lower tier again, right? So the question is, will they actually, in the meta, once the meta of this game is developed and people figure out what's great and what's not, will it be amazing? I don't know. We have to see. I do like the fact that they added new things. I have to figure out how to do them, but I like the fact that they added those new things. It makes it look pretty interesting, for sure. I received a $10 tip from License for Soul. Complain about the combat in Baldur's Gate 3. It's too complicated, unlike other RPGs. People hating chess over checkers because it's too complicated. Chess is better and even more competitive if that were the case. For me, my problem is, all right, when I play a video game, okay, that's not competitive. I don't want to have to be constantly learning. That's just my take. It's different if you're playing a competitive game and you're playing it online against someone else or in a competition. You're like, okay, I gotta be on my toes because I might see something I've never seen before. I might see a strategy or a technique. I might have to react to something that's happening, right? That's the point of competition. Not everyone plays video games to be competitive. So we don't want to have to go into every game we play with a competitive mindset. In Baldur's Gate 3, every fight has something that's weird about it, that's a new factor that you don't necessarily even understand, or maybe it's never been a factor before, now it finally is, and you just need to know it, or you fucking fail, right? And it's like, it gets to the point where it gets tiring. I just want to play this game and understand the rule set and understand the criteria of how to play it and just enjoy it. And I don't feel like I can really do that with the combat of Baldur's Gate 3. They always want to keep you on your toes. Well, again, for a competitive game, maybe I'd like that. Not necessarily for that style of game. Hell, even the FromSoft games, once you figure out the formula of how they work, for the most part, you can feel at home. Now, there are some cases where it's like the puzzle boss, right? You can't really fight that one legit. You gotta figure out the secret way to beat it or whatever. Understandable. They do throw those curveballs at you from time to time. But in general, you understand FromSoft, and there you go, right? So, listen, if you like Baldur's Gate 3 because of that, good for you. You probably are the kind of person that likes ultra difficult games or likes games that are very competitive. I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 should be a competitive game, right? That's one of my major gripes with it. The game makes you constantly put so much effort into learning every little nuance, but where does it really get you, right? Wow, I got through my 400-hour playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, and, right? It's not a competitive game, right? I don't know. Some people disagree, and that's fine. You can disagree. Well, play cool. Here's the funny thing.
Was that him mocking his chat or just mocking the game? I don't know. Borderline. It feels borderline.
Cool says when you get OP in the game, you don't need to understand everything. You just overpower enemies. Yeah, but take a perfect look. Play cool at my run. I'm doing well in this dungeon, this prison. Right? Things are going good. Even though I was surprised by the fight, things are going good. Let's do the fight. I do it. I win. Now the AI runs and gets itself engaged in more combat. I didn't do that. That's the game fucking up, right? But it punishes me. I get punished for it because they made this game such a weird way. I don't know. Again, we can sit here and argue Baldur's Gate 3 all day. I don't know why we would. I'm still playing it. I still like the game. It's not like I'm saying, oh, I'm so angry at this game, I'm never playing it again. I do genuinely enjoy it. It's just frustrating from time to time when things like that happen, right? Josh, I don't know. He said, what's your most anticipated game of the year other than the ones coming out today? I don't know. You know, the next big one is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I've already told everyone I'm very excited for that because now I'm going into it with the right mindset, knowing that it's not just the plain vanilla story of Final Fantasy VII being retold, but instead, you know, you got all these new elements and things that could change because this is a retelling of the story, this almost multiverse aspect. I like that now that I know it. Outside of that, I don't even know. I don't even know updates for other stuff, so I'm not really too crazy right now, right? Cream Sardine says, what happened at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Sephiroth opened up a multiverse. He basically used some newfound powers that we don't understand to cut the fabric of space and time. And that's what people don't know. Like those beings who are in the robes, the black robes, they're not really in the original Final Fantasy VII. So people are assuming that those are elements of the new multiverse aspect of the game. And since the multiverse opened up, what they're basically saying now is that Zack, who dies in the original Final Fantasy VII before the events of the game, is now still alive, right? And what was the other character that's still alive too? The girl who was working for the Rebels, who actually became a major part of Final Fantasy VII Remake, that she's alive again, even though she died in the original or whatever. So now these are factors that are going to... And people are even saying that they're being told that Zack will be a major part of Final Fantasy VII moving forward because he was dead in the original game, but now he's going to actually be a character in it. That's kind of wild, right? So I like that. That is basically telling a whole new story now. And by the way, Zack was actually the real badass, not Cloud. Like, Cloud is just a wannabe who tried to assume his identity, you know, but Zack was the real soldier. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I never played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. No, I did not. Nope. I know some people liked it. I never got around to it. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Jade, no spoilers. I don't know anything about the new character, Reyna. I guess we'll find out when I play the story. Apparently she's interesting. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about a Vince McMahon case. I've not followed pro wrestling in years, and I have no idea what you're talking about, and I prefer not to. Did I play Zodiac Age? Nope. Doesn't even ring a bell. How's it going, Usagi Jojo? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. My favorite sitcom of all time? It's a tough question. Probably the one I've seen the most of was Seinfeld. I think I saw every episode. But I used to like watching like Home Improvement, Family Matters, stuff like that. I even watched Friends a bit with my parents at one point. All right. Is it time? I think it's time to end the show. It is time for us to get ready to start with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I'm excited to see what they've done with this game. Keep in mind, this is a game that I'm going to be doing some co-op with my wife later this year. So, well, maybe even later this week, depending. Because we don't know how this, I think it's called the Dokkan Island or something like that. We don't know how it's implemented in the game. Once we figure that out, then we can solidify, oh, okay, I'd like to play it with my wife on this date or whatever. We don't know until we see when it unlocks and how you play. I'm sure we're probably not even get that to that today, right? Life result of the super chat. Did you know that PS1 Classic Legend of Dragoon, it's better than Final Fantasy VII? I am aware of it. I've heard of it. I never played it. I've heard the word Legend of Dragoon a million times. You know, I've seen the logo. I just never played the game. So, okay. Everyone, thank you for a great start of the week. Thanks for a great starter podcast here. I hope that you're enjoying the end of the month. This is the crazy final week of the month, right? 2 new releases. Fun stuff all around. I appreciate all of you hanging out. Thank you for engaging with me. Hopefully you'll check out the content, really. Hopefully you'll check out number 1, Like a Dragon, number 2, Tekken 8. Because Tekken 8 has a lot of content in it, right? Hopefully you'll check out the Throwback channel if you haven't yet, because it's in full swing over there. And hopefully if you're a member of DSP React, you'll upgrade to the new membership tier, because we really need more clips to make that show happen for Sunday, all right? Thank you guys so very much. See you tomorrow, where I'm sure I'll be giving you my day 1 impressions on both new games. Can't wait for that. Peace out, my friends. Be safe. See you then. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's quickly swap over and get set up, and I'm going to pee before we begin. That way we can get 3 good hours in and not have to worry about interrupting it. There we go. Okay. And there, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. There it is, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Alright, guys, real quick, I'm just gonna mute the mic, run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and we'll start, okay? Thanks, I'll be right back, and let's begin. Cool.
I can use my speed up, I can just speed up.
2.
Oh, I went and sped up way too much. There we go.
I have no
There we go. There he's back here. Here he's back. He's back here. I went too far. Time traveled too far in the forward.
Okay, guys, ready? Everyone ready to start? I have no idea where my camera is going to work with this game because I haven't booted it yet. So obviously I don't know, what the heads-up display will look like and everything until we get into it. Guess we're about to find out, right? All right, excuse me.
Oh, just bark
Cool.
your fucking dick.
Here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Well, he didn't fucking burp. But even if he had burped, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. It wouldn't have been a full house. He's now recording for his YouTube because it's a brand new fucking game and that's that jazz. Guys, don't go away. We have marbles. Remember, we do fucking marbles every fucking Friday. I started doing that another thing. We played Impossible Tracks and we try and fucking get a full house. Let me just first tick off these 2 squares.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
There we go. So we tick off those 2 squares. For the free spaces we got for Phil Snorton and you guys liking the stream. We were 4 away from a full house. It is what it is. But as I said, guys, bingo, we're going to end our bingo on Fridays anyway. Fridays we're ending with marbles. By the way, guys, If anyone sees Elaine Walls, let them know they're owed a prize. Sometimes they appear on like day streams, sometimes, you know, detractor day streams, and they're never able to make bingos. I think they're never usually able to make bingos because, you know, for times or whatever. So that's why they appear sometimes on like fucking day streams. If you see Elaine Walls, let them know they won fucking marbles. They actually beat one of the impossible tracks in marbles, and they're owed a prize. So yeah, so let them fucking know. So that's all I can say. Yeah, guys, let me set up marbles, and what I think I'm gonna try and do is actually find a couple of new impossible tracks. We'll see what else Arthur's fucking uploaded to this fucking, you know, this fucking game, and we'll try out a couple of different unique tracks. You know, let's explore a couple of new ones, shall we? Just to mix up a little bit. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to set up the marble stream whenever I find a couple of new tracks, get the newest marbles and names added, if any, and yeah, be right back. So don't go anywhere. Yeah, bams. Of course the one fucking new marble name would be Hingle McCringleberry. I'm adding your name right now, good sir. We'll be back with marbles soon. If Hingle McCringleberry doesn't win marbles, we're a fucking riot. Alright, good people, we are back. And I have searched on the community maps for Arthur's maps, and he's got a whole fucking bunch of them. Not all of them are impossible. And obviously we've played some of them. These are the 4 that we've played before, as you can see. And I thought, you know, we'll just get rid of them from the favourites list, and we'll find a couple of new ones that we've not played that have a lot of challenge to them. So how about we'll pick 3 different courses, okay? This one might be interesting. Speedy Second Sabotage. What else? Oh, no, we know what this one's like. Fairly Airy Air was the very first one I fucking found. That was a legendary fucking mindfuck. No, we'll stay away from that. Balance seems like an interesting one. We'll pick that one as well and add it to the list. And the last one, Lucky Land. Okay, there we go. We've got our 3 courses. 3 brand new Alpha courses that I'm not too familiar with, I believe. I don't think so. Some of these might be re-uploads, keep in mind. Every time the community... So, look at the very top of the screen here. Season 49, January 9th to February 16th. When, after February 16th, the maps get reset and you've got to resubmit them. And I think to resubmit them, you've got to complete them first. Which makes me think that Arthur may have to recomplete some of the maps he makes in order to submit them again. I think that might be the case. Which is just crazy to me. But yeah, anyway, let's try... Let's start with the first one. Speedy Second Sabotage. And there are 226 marbles now. Because we had to add a brand new one, which was, of course, Hingle McCringleberry. We're fucking... You better fucking win. If you don't win, we're rioting. Fucking calling it now. But I do hope the settings are all good. I mean, the sounds... Holy shit, so this is the first one. This is the Speedy Second Sabotage here. And it actually looks a bit familiar. It is possible we've played this one before. I'm just kind of having a wee look-see here. We've got fucking multiple lasers of doom right there. Oh, we've not played this one before, but it's got a similar vibe. That ending looks quite like a... Let's just fucking go. Time go. Good luck, everyone. We have 226 marbles here. Jonathan J's the first one out. Let's just fucking follow them as they go right into they're not fucking around. They're just going straight for it. Redneck Ogre and Piggyback have overtaken. And this is the part where they all got different sections. I think a lot of them going up down the middle. Some people are going to the left and some people are going to the right and some people are just flying after a fucking doom. Millie Away 009 is the first one to die. The first of potentially many, and yeah, a whole bunch are dying now as well. D-Dog's gone. Mikey's got sent to the... How the fuck did he go over there? Well... Hingle McCringleberry's top 10. Make it happen, Hingle. Oh, you're gonna fall. You fuck. Hingle, we trusted you for a second and you fucking fell the fucking map. Hingle McCringleberry is not going to win this particular round. Unsorted Skies is the front dog right now. What the fuck happened there? They got stuck in the arrow, it looked like. A whole bunch of... So we got Unsorted Skies, Wolf of Midnight, we have Jonathan J, Master on the Pizza Slicer. There's so many names here right now, but the front two of course are Unsorted Skies and Wolf of Midnight as we're approaching the end over there, but it seems a whole lot of chaos in between here and there. Good drop down for Unsorted Skies. Oh, there's a gap, and they're gone. Wolf of Midnight though made it through. And CE is going to overtake like a boss. And they've timed it quite well. They have timed this quite magnificently. And they survived that as well. They might go left. They might go wait, the left? Yeah, left is good. Wolf of Midnight is behind, but are slowed down. We're following CE right now, and they looked to be doing quite well, and I'd say that saved them. That block popping up saved them. Although they could get... What the fuck kind of noise was that? Wolf of Midnight has all of a sudden overtaken, but CE is back again. All these things might launch him into the sky. That's the end! This is the finish line up here. And no, they got denied. The both of them got denied. Oh, don't tell me Nasty Fripples is stuck all the way back there. Hold on, we need to keep an eye on what's happening. Actually, hold on. You motherfucker, Nasty Fripples is stuck. Okay. We have Crinbear, Lassieman, and Shao Shimigami, the top three. Shao is overtaken. Oh, there's been some nuking going on. No, the two of them got nuked, so Shao Shimigami, can he win? No, he gets absolutely launched into oblivion. And I think we're going to have to call it quits for this particular map because Nasty Fripples is stuck in the map. So there we go. So how about we try the other maps? We have 3 different maps. We'll try the other 2 and we'll see how we do. So that one's now done there. So we'll try balance and balance now. Although I have a feeling we might have tried this one before. Maybe not, actually. I don't recognise... yeah, I don't recognise this whatsoever. Let time go. Who's going to be the first marble down? Lemon Martin, support are the first ones down. Leading the way before getting knocked a bit like crazy. This is me, I'm fucking up there. Where did I go? I was there for a second. And all these marbles going up the way, and some are going up even higher. Let's see if anything happens with these guys. Dead School has fucking been launched into the fucking never. Major Attractor. Leading the way, leading the charge. I Sweet Eye going off course. Lionel's going off course. As they now go down the stairs very perilously, the Mad Max is walking on the wild side, alright. But the Mad Max is doing quite well so far. They are leading the charge, are leading the way. I do hope, it'd be nice to get this as a brand new one. I do not recognise this whatsoever. Oh, that might be good. I don't... What the fuck happened there? Someone went flying. Someone went flying through. I need to keep up. Meester's going. Is anyone through? So here we go. The first one through here is Ranger. Ranger is the one that is currently winning right now. And that's a great dismount for them. But I'm going to hit that dead centre. That's going to slow him down. Tommy may overtake. Yeah, Tommy has overtaken. Now, where's the finish line? That's going to send them over. Very risky. Very risky, but they survive. They're okay. They're in the lead. They're winning. There it is over there. There it is over there. The victory, where you win, is right over there. This ending looks crazy. How he may survive is Pan Solo says, "Get the fuck out of my way, bitch. I'm going through." And then he fucking drive. Of course, he crashed into a fucking thing. Oh. The portal! Is that a good or bad portal? It's a bad portal. Well, it gives you a chance to try again, but you want to do what Calderic done. Calderic fucking made it through. They sniped the hole, they sniped the loop. Hold on! We're gonna have a winner! We're gonna have a winner! Fuck. Well, how did that not win? How did that... How? Someone explain to me. Sick Monkey has a chance. Sick Monkey. For fuck's sake. This is a troll. This has to be a troll. How are you meant to fucking do this? I don't just... Oh, don't tell me there's a bunch of people stuck up there. Well, they're going. So, what's happening up here? Okay, how do you manage to get stuck in here? Dare Bear and Piggyback are just stuck in here forever, it looks like. They're in this block. What about Alien? Jesus Christ. Then you got Lunar Guardian, Mr. Chips and Alien just chilling here. Fucking five of them are stuck in the terrain. Ah well, we came very close to winning that, but it was not to be. Let's try the final course, and then let's just fuck the fuck off. Oh my god. See, Arthur makes some incredible maps, but yeah, they're not the most polished maps. Let's try and locate land. Let's have a quick look. Ooh. I don't like the look of that hammer. This might be mayhem. Go. Oof, I was going to follow in there. Yeah, but does he try to follow everyone in there? Them more bots about to get nuked. They're going the wrong way, and they get all fried. This is going to kill so many people. So many people are going to die right there. Dark Side of Flow, one of the people in the front here. They go for the portal. They go into the tumble dryer of doom. BST just got destroyed. Go for the portal. No, not go for the portal. The portal's up here. They'll survive in the laser show. Someone got sent up here. Almighty Bri got sent up. Oh, you're meant to. Tim Snake fucking fluked that. That is not how you're meant to fucking do this thing. No. No! I know this course. This is definitely similar to Fairly Airy Air. This is basically almost, well, this part is the same as Fairly Airy Air. Except, you want to do what Johnny Chase is doing good. Not good enough. I don't know if anyone's going to survive this. You need to be going slower. You need to bounce off the sides. Oh, this is going to be so bad for so many people. No one's going to survive this, I'm telling you now. They're all going to die. Repsy came close, but was unlucky. We have one person left. They need to go straight on. They actually might be... No, they're not. They're slightly to the left. Oh, so... For God's sake. There's so much more of that track. You know what? I want to try that one more. I feel like we didn't get to see that one enough. I want to try that one more time. One more time we'll try this one because there's so much more to the track. Look, we didn't even get to the fucking hammer thing, did we? There's a whole bunch of... All the marbles are there. We'll just fucking go up. We'll let them fucking just die over there for a second. So I want to try and explain what you're meant to do here. You go through here, avoiding the lasers, avoiding these things that pop you up into the sky. You roll forward. This is a trampoline that bounces you back. You're meant to bounce back and through this portal, which will send you here. It's a crazy jump. You'll see people trying to... Look at me, I'm up ahead. The aim is to try and get through the portal. I don't make it. And then I die, I think. But some people do make it. Some people are making it, as you can see. Jasper's Angel's making it right now. You want this thing to slow you down. That thing decides you want to get slowed down by. Jasper's Angels might be dead center here. This might be... Nah, I think they're about to the side. And that certainly won't help either. But hold on. Are they good? We're good. We have progress. No one else might make it, but Jasper's Angels have made it here. Now we get to see more of a track. Is anyone else making that? We have time to look back and watch Hingle McTringleberry! No! They died! Damn! Poor Hingle. But Jasper's Angels had a chance here. They're going into uncharted territory here. Sideshow Bob also survived. The finish is there. Oh, that's cruel. That's a very cruel finish indeed. I don't know how that's going to work out.
I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago.
So they went too far. I'm trying. Oh, well, they're gone now. They definitely went too far. Sideshow Bob is the last one alive. So the platforms move over. So the winning platform moves, and the platforms on top move. And the aim is to try and bounce back, and then land in it perfectly. And they're so close. They might be okay. They might survive. They won't survive. They're dead. And that's that. Well, we tried. At least we saw the finish. We actually got to see the end of that course that time. So that was a whole. That was progress for sure. That was definitely progress. Right, guys. I am going to. We gave it a good try, but nobody could win. It is what it is. I'm going to end how it always ends, by having the lovely wee otters on stream to help detox from Phil's goddamn nasty toxic ways. Guys, thank you for joining me with some bingo antics and bingo content and all that jazz. Sadly we couldn't get a full house to start off the weekend. It is what it is, nothing we can do, bugged bingo mechanics and all of that jazz. But thank you to Warren for this. I say Warren. I said Warren because I've seen his name in chat. Thank you to Meester for joining me on the stream. He had to bail earlier on when around about the time when Cranberg came on to have a say. He had to actually bail. But yeah, he did warn me before time, but like that's possibly happening. But I do appreciate him coming on all the same, I mean, giving his take, and Coolump as well for hopping on as well briefly. I will be back on Sunday for some more bingo antics and all that jazz. So I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your Saturday as well. Thank you very much for being here with me on bingo. Keep me right in the card. The contributions to super chats, members as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, hopefully we can get a full house on Sunday when I return. But until then, guys, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your Saturday, enjoy whatever you're doing. enjoy the frozen. Why are the autos frozen? But whatever. I'm going to end to it all's end by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. So guys, until Sunday, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.